everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Happy Saturday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. So we got some action tonight, guys. We got a couple of toy shows, it looks like, over there in... So we got the Hot Toys at Asia Collectibles Festival 2025. And we got the Hot Toys pop-up store in South Korea. So we're going to go over some pictures. And then, obviously, wait for Mike to go over the Joker, go over the Kidpool, and then we'll see what else we find to get into, guys. Thank you guys for being here as always. Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday. Thank you guys for being here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Guys, also last stream I had mentioned something about, and I pulled up the Punisher picture, and I had said, you know, it was for the Spider-Man brand new day movie, and somebody in the chat had mentioned that it was for the show. It was not for the show. I'm going to pull up the picture again later on. It was not for the show. It's for the Spider-Man movie that picture is from. So very exciting. Get ready for a new Punisher figure. Get ready for more Daredevil figures. Get ready for we're getting 2 suits for Spider-Man brand new day, right? Most likely what they've been doing lately, if you guys pay attention, is they will give us the old suit again, and then they'll give us an updated suit. So, for example, for Far From Home, what did we get? The battling version first, and then we got the following, the next suit up. For No Way Home, what do we get? His regular suit? No, I think that's what I'm getting wrong. We got the battling suit from Far From Home, right? The battling version was the Far From Home version, and then we got the integrated version, which was, the final suit that he had in the movie. So that's what I mean, right? So every movie we've been getting 2 suits. Now we're most likely going to get that blue one again, that blue and red suit, somewhat changed. And then we're getting the newer suit, which we're going to get into later, which is very exciting too, guys. Let me see who's in the house as usual so we could get started, guys. We got Ash in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Nice to see you. Happy Saturday.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Also, guys, I was talking to Ash privately, and I was trying to get him in the members chat because clearly he's a member, and he said, I want no part of you Mexicans, so please stay away from me. We got Michael in the house. Welcome, my friend. Good evening, collectors. Happy Saturday. The Fractal Armor is a truly amazing figure. It's a work of art. Everybody in the members chat is collecting fractal armors except me. Nobody's friendly enough to send me one because everybody's selfish. Carter, my friend, welcome. Hello! Basura Joker Canada 400 episode of The Garlic Peasant. Now streaming live on YouTube. Unbelievable. Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you. Where's the Wolverine? Where is the Wolverine? The Wolverine is coming very soon, Ash. It is coming very soon. Do not be surprised if within the next couple weeks we get the announcement that it's released. Don't be shocked. Don't be scared. Carlo, my friend, welcome. Welcome.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
Welcome. We got Garlic William, aka, guys, please don't call this William Bill, okay? You heard it here first.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Don't do that to this guy. He does not. Carlo, please tell us what happens when you say Bill. Oh my God. Talia, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
I'm doing.
Nice to see you. Welcome. Let me see who else is in here. We got Bow.
How you doing?
Bow. Let's see who else is in the house. We got Nefty. Oh my god, I haven't seen Nefty's name in the chat since probably the back computer stream.
Hello.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream, Nefty. Ron, my friend, welcome. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome, welcome. Let's see who else is in here before we get started. Bradley, welcome, you garlic cinnamon twist.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. Are you still sleeping outside? You Cassandra, where are you? Is he sleeping outside like the true inert bum that he is? That's what happens. You support inert, you end up on the street like a real inert supporter. You garlic cinnamon twist. Oh my god. That's what you get, Bradley Cooper. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. See what happened. Guys, please hit the like button. Thule in the house. Welcome, my
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
welcome, welcome. You guys are on fire. We got Moo.
I'm doing.
Guys, remember, channel members can support and super chat as well. We learned that lesson thanks to Moose, who's on screen right now. Okay, he learned a very valuable lesson. You can still super chat as a channel member. Just because you're a channel member does not mean that's where your support is over. That's where you finish supporting. Absolutely not. Support, especially this stream. Just because it's a small stream does not mean there's no value coming out of this stream, Moose. Okay? Oh my god. Let's see. You're wrong. It's the show. You're wrong. It's the show. What is the show? What is the show? Show. I pre-ordered Kidpool. No, that I'm telling you that figure is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a nice figure, a nice little figure to have. Remember, if you don't like young Ahsoka, stay away from Kidpool. You know the rules. The community spoke. If you like young Ahsoka, stay away from Kidpool. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You're talking about toys, and somebody's sitting there talking about, oh, don't collect kids because I can't help myself. What are you talking about? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Have you heard pop-up store? I thought he was in WNBA game. This guy. Kidpool. Ash, did you get Kidpool? Let me know. Let me know. Chris, my friend. I was going to say Carlo, and I said Chris. Chris, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing.
Chris in the house. Guys, please hit the like button. There's 23 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here as well. Last time I was not on top of this of the likes. I had like 15 likes. Unacceptable. There's 23 of you guys in here. We should have 23 likes right now. Unacceptable. Don't make me ask you twice. Guys, I'm just kidding. Those were not his exact words, but his actions said those words very loudly. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. He is correct. He did not say that, but his actions spoke very loudly. Okay, that's all I'm going to say, Ash. Oh my god, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Tijuana, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome, my friend. Happy Saturday. Thank you for being here. Who else is in the house? If you call Will and Billy gives you oh my god. He's like, Billy. He's like, hey, Bill. Oh my god. He's like, and then William's like, stop calling me Bill. That was great. I'll never forget that. I'll tell you that. I'll never forget it. Let's see. Maybe I am too. I know. I'm telling you, guys. See, this is more like it. What you're reading on screen right now is more like what happened. Okay, like I said, he didn't say these words, but his actions said it all. He didn't say Mexicans, but he pretty much called us in-art collectors. In other words, you know. Fred and chat, remember also not to go to church. Oh, Bobo with the super chat. Look at that quarter is my super. Unbelievable, this guy. Unreal.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Who else? Who else in the house? Let's see who else we got in the house. That's okay, Chris. Oh my God. Let's see. Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Guys, there's 29 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you, guys. Sweet corn shows up in. Oh my God, you guys are crazy. Miguel, my friend, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing.
Welcome. Let's see who else is in the house. Oh, Derek, my friend, how are you? I saw you last time.
I'm doing.
I saw you in here before after I left, not before. After I left, I saw you joined right before I left. And I didn't say hello, so hello, my friend. Welcome. I totally missed you when you were leaving. William, welcome.
What up?
So, excuse me. Bill, how are you? No, I'm kidding. Imagine. It's like, don't start. Did you just wake up? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Sorry. I apologize for making assumptions on your sleep pattern.
And you're wrong about Punisher.
Oh, is that what you meant?
Yeah.
So that was from a show?
Yeah, they have a whole video of him congratulating the crew for finishing the Punisher
I saw that.
special.
I did see that. But
so those pictures of him in costume are from the Punisher movie. The assumption is that they're going to be filming the Punisher scenes directly after for Spider-Man, since now Spider-Man started filming last week, which is what all the swinging videos and all that stuff is. That's
right,
the first official
I keep
week
seeing everything. Yep, I keep seeing all those swinging videos.
So, but depending on how much he actually has screen time in the movie will dictate if they're, if he's going to film them back to back, or if it's a whole lot of shooting time, then, it'll be built into the.
Gotcha. All right. So I guess
but him in the trench, the beard, all that's straight from the Punisher special presentation.
All right. So Bob, an apology whenever you're ready. Okay. Because he was the one who said, no, that's from the movie. So Bob, an apology, please. Can you imagine? Gerardo, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Nice to.
I'm doing.
Hello, almost to 400. Show this track record to Jazzing for that sweet sponsorship. Can you imagine? Can you imagine me pushing in on you guys? I would never do that to you guys. I respect you guys so much that I would never sit here blatantly lying to you about a product that I already know is garbage, but so I can make some money, I'm going to lie to you and tell you, hey, this thing is great. Go waste your money on it. I would never. Rob, how are you, my friend?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
What'd you say, William?
He said they're not all garbage.
No. I don't mean it like that. I don't mean
I'm not saying sponsor me.
No, I'm not saying like that. I'm not saying that they're like a third party, even though I always say they're a glorified third party. obviously they have some good things going for them, or else nobody would buy them, right? So I understand that they make an okay product, which they better for that money, but that's my problem. They charge too much for what they make, which is not worth that amount of money, right? And that's my issue. It's not that they can't make a decent product, because I said that Joker was very decent, but it's just not. They're not.
But now
They're
Hot
not that
Toys
company.
has closed the gap price wise.
Correct. Well,
So-
everything's 280 and up.
And so, yeah, and Artisan and everything else, and the Death Stranding and all that, and all of a sudden the prices look pretty comparable because you've already proven that people are gonna spend the money.
Correct.
And it's not J&D money, because then you have the whole, oh well, it's not that much, so we still have these options. So
Now, question for you. You just mentioning J&D regarding their pricing. What do you think, you personally, what do you think they do to their figures that makes them price them at those prices? And what is so amazingly incredible that they say, you know what, my product is $1,000 again, besides the silicone garbage? What do you think?
I have no idea. I'd have to physically have one in hand, because as we know, nobody photographs things worth anything. So
No, but
yeah.
just in general, you don't need to have one in hand.
Just in general, I think that they think a full silicone body with the movable individual fingers and everything else, with surgical grade and all the other terms that they throw around, is what they use to justify it, when really it's probably their statues are considered high end. And so if you start making 1/6 figures, you automatically want to be high end. And what do you do to be high end? You price things higher than the competition. It's like Apple versus Android, where a bunch of different Android phones are comparable, but then you slap the Apple name and we want more money because we're Apple. You have an expectation of us.
I never understood their Queen Studios line, right? Meaning their statue game. I never was involved in statues, so I don't know anything about them. I don't know that they're considered, high end in that realm, in that game, right? So I don't know anything about that. But it's like, even so, right? Even so, you're high end statues. You're not in the statue game, right? That's number one. Everybody knows you're not in the statue game. So to me, it's very ballsy to come out and price a 1/6 scale figure at that price point. Yeah. Because there is absolutely nothing about those figures that is any better than any given Hot Toys figure, period. There just isn't. So I wanted to see, what you thought about what they could possibly be doing to these figures. That, for example, I don't know if you saw the magnetic eyeballs.
Yeah.
Like, you see how they pull them out like of the socket and they put them back in, and like something like that. To me, that and I heard that they were failing too. I heard they were faulty, those eyes. They were like getting stuck and they weren't turning properly. That's what I heard. Is it true? I don't know. But something like that, I understand the appeal in it, because you don't have to go rip the head sculpt off the body, grab your tool, right? If you use the tool, whenever I can, I don't use the tool. So you got to pull the head off the body, right? Then you got to sit there with the tool, try to get the eyes perfectly right. Or if you use your finger still, you're looking at the eye to see where it is.
Have you seen the complaints about the artisan heads with the eyes, with the head adapters and all that?
Well, so I'll get into that. So my point is, when it comes to convenience, right? I think that's the only thing that those magnetic eyes do. Give you convenience. You don't have to mess with the head. Therefore, you don't risk messing up the hair if it's an artisan specifically, right? So now the artisan, the one figure that was very scary to me regarding the eyeballs was the purple coat Joker for whatever reason, and again, I understand, right? They gave it a huge slot to insert that tongue, right? So if you want to put the tongue in, they give you that slot back there. So you have a big opening to get in there. Well, messing with that little compartment, there's hair attached to it. If you keep messing with that over time, all that hair is going to start peeling off. It was already peeling off. That glue that they use, whatever they use to keep that hair together, was already coming off of the hair onto my little table. So I was like, oh my God, this thing's going to peel off. This hair's going to start falling off. I keep messing with it. I keep taking it off and putting it on. That I didn't like one bit, only because of the fact that it was artisan and it was already flaking on the table for me. So what were you going to say?
No, it's just the clear head adapters that go inside for the ones where you adjust from the bottom of the head, not the back.
Right.
It's a reoccurring thing, happens to me as well, that when you go to put it on, the clear adapter then pushes the eyes from where you just had them, and then you look down and you got this goofy cross-eyed figure,
right? And that only happens. That only happens for one reason, and it happens to me also all the time. It happens for one reason and one reason only. When you're inserting the head sculpt, right? If you don't have the proper angle when you're inserting it, it's not going to slide into the actual piece where it's supposed to fit into. So that's when you end up bumping the the handles of the eyeballs, and there goes the eyeball. So I know exactly what you're talking about, but it doesn't mean that it's a faulty system, right? It's just we're inserting it improperly, because guess what? If it was a faulty system, even when it was inserted properly, it would still be a problem and bang into the handles of the eyeball. So it is not a faulty system. We're just not inserting them properly. I can tell you that right now, because again, I know it happens to me all the time, and it's the most frustrating thing, and it's annoying when you have the perfect look and you're like, oh my God, again. So I know exactly what goes on, but it's not a faulty system whatsoever. I can tell you that. It's user error, as they say. Let me see who else is in here real quickly. We got Rob. All right, we got Carla. You don't want me on there. I'm too crazy. See, guys, here you go. He's telling you himself. Here it is. You don't want me. So now it's, what is he doing? What is he doing?
Have you heard of a psyop?
It's not you. It's me. He's in a relationship right now. Telling you guys, it's not you. It's me. Disgusting, Ash. Disgusting. We better get the jackal. William always coming on stream looking classy. Respect, gotta catch them all. Oh my God. Brother Numpsy. Is that a Pokemon? Who? Where? Where's a Pokemon?
This is a Pokemon hat. That's why he said you got to catch them all.
Oh, look at that. Everybody knows your codes. I don't know that symbol. Yeah, I don't know that symbol. That's a code. I don't know that symbol. J&D is king at the moment, and you're homeless, so stop. Oh my God. Brad is sleeping in the streets. William has the actual audacity to show up to a Hot Toy stream wearing in our hat. Unreal. Is that in our? No. It looks like a Trader Eye.
No, this is the hat from the original series from the main character.
Oh. Fast, I told you, keep my J&D. Poor no did he. Oh my God. Fast, you should know at this point that silicone magnetic. No, I know what it is. I'm just saying it's not worth $1,000. Get the hell out of here. Fab needs to transition into J&D and become. Imagine. I would never. J&D doesn't charge more. They're just more valuable. It's simple. They are making toys for the masses. It's like comparing Ferrari to a Ford. You'd have to own one to know why it's better. Uncarded, take your shilling ass away from here, okay? You need to own one to know. First of all, okay? I don't care if you own a Phison, you already know what silicone is, okay? So they're not doing anything any different if they're using silicone in the bodies. Second, using a silicone head sculpt does not make anything any better. So stop it, okay? You're falling for the marketing, which is what they want people. By telling you we're only targeting a certain amount of people or a certain type of people or a certain income, that people make, that's how they get you to want that. Oh, I want to be one of those. I want to be part of that. It's a mind game.
Have you ever heard of a psyop?
That's all it is, to make you want that piece that not everybody's going to get. Oh, I don't want everybody to have this, so therefore, and that's my point. What did I tell you guys last stream? If anybody wanted to get that figure, anybody would go get that figure. It is not something that we can't buy. It is not something that we can't reach. It's not something that is, oh my God, we got to go to Hong Kong to get it. We got to go to Korea to get it. It's not that type of figure. We could get it if we wanted it. So they play you by telling you, oh, we don't want these people to, and you're like, oh, I want to be part of those people. No, it's a joke. Nothing is worth that money. That's what I'm telling you. And you could sit here, and William has said that to me. Oh, you said you would never spend, this much for a figure, which I've told you guys there's no figure worth $1,000. The whole Anakin situation, and I've spoken on this plenty, was a different conversation. The figure was not priced at $1,000. The figure for retail was going at $4 and change. Period. That's just what it was. Hot Toys didn't come out and say this figure is going to be $1,000. Never. That'll never happen with Hot Toys. So the reason why I had to pay that much was because that's what I had to pay to get it, not what it was priced at. Two different conversations. They price their figures retail at over $1,000. Hot Toys doesn't do that. We pay those high prices because we have to go through a middleman to get these figures. If we went directly to Secret Base, Rebel Base, any of these places, we would pay retail because that's the location where you get the Hot Toys at their official licensed, retailers like Sideshow. That's why when you get something from Sideshow, you get it for retail. You don't pay $1,000 for any Anakin. So that's why it's not the same conversation. It'll never be that conversation because Hot Toys never prices anything at $1,000. And people don't get that. Let me see. J&D is a true investment, not a collectible. This guy. First of all, I could tell you this. This is how wrong you are. Okay. If the figure was $1,000 and not a lot of people got it. Okay. An investment is something that accrues value. It grows in value. So you got the figure that, again, very limited because not a lot of people got it. So it's only going to go up from the $1,000 that you didn't pay for, right? You didn't pay for $1,000 for it, right? But it was going for $1,000, right? So now you own the figure, and now it's going for $2,000. So if somebody didn't buy it at $1,000, what makes you think you're going to sell it at $2,000?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Makes no sense. That's why it doesn't even matter. The reason why it matters when Hot Toys has value is because Hot Toys is a bigger market than J&D. So there are more people looking for Hot Toys than there are people looking for J&D. So if you have a figure that you bought at $280 and it's going for $600, you have a bigger chance of selling that figure because there are more people looking for that figure. How many people are looking for another J&D Joker? William, how excited are you for another J&D Joker?
I wasn't excited for the first one. But also J&D Joker hasn't even been around long enough to see if it holds its value or not, because some of them started coming out and then they immediately were like, oops, people hate it. We need to redo this a little bit and fix things.
Yep.
Which is great from a buyer perspective. You want the best product for your money, but the crackhead Joker. What?
No, that's
Which
what it
one
looked
was that?
like. No, that's what it looked like when it came out the first time. Oh, it looks horrible.
But yeah, so it's you have to give it just like right now the NR Joker 2-packs, rooted jail cell ones and stuff. You can get some really good deals in some of the 1/6 groups if you're looking for those figures, because for whatever reason it has completely tanked in the secondary market.
Which ones?
The NR purple NR Heath Ledger Jokers, all the versions.
Oh yeah, it's garbage. It's trash.
Well, there was like a rooted 2-pack the other day for like 400. It's
Yep.
like compared to that's massively below retail.
Absolutely, and that's my point. That's exactly what I said to you guys. There is nothing great about anything. That's why I didn't fall for that bullshit of Viper's doing what? He didn't do shit. Okay. Oh, he's overseeing the project. He didn't oversee nothing. I can tell you that. Okay. So none of that was worth $1,000. Just like I said, period. They wanted to come in and say we're better than Hot Toys, which they never will be. They came out at a price that is nowhere near Hot Toys. Their figures are not holding that value for them to justify charging those prices that they charge now, even for a single figure. 400 and change, 500. What are you talking about? Their Superman, I believe, was like 3 and something.
Yeah,
what do
it
you
was like
mean?
380.
Yeah, what are you talking about? What is 380 about this? A suit and the body that you didn't even make? Because again, Inert does not make their own bodies like Hot Toys does. So they give you a generic body, they make the suit, and they charge you that much. When Hot Toys goes body, outfit, head sculpt, accessories, base, what do? Body's a shortcut already, so they don't even have to worry about that, which is why, again, their figures look funky because they got to match the head sculpts to a generic body, so you get the thick chunk of head sculpt on the neck because that doesn't belong there. Meanwhile, Hot Toys' bodies are specifically made for those figures that they're going to be making. So that's why everything usually looks better, looks flush, looks professional. The different world of companies. Inner is kit bashing you figures, charging you full-blown price. It's a scam. It's a scam. But you could say they're better, you're an idiot. Comparing Hot Toys J&Ds and comparing Stars to Hot Toys. You can use the same argument, say Hot Toys prices aren't justified when they should cost like no. You cannot compare Hot Toys to J&D. Okay, that's number one. And number two, the reason why you can't even compare Hot Toys to J&D is because price point. Just with the price point alone, they're not even on the same level, right? And whose fault is that? J&D. Cool. You don't want to be in the same level. You're high class. All right, cool. Guess what? Nobody's going to touch your product. Nobody, because you made it impossible, right? I don't know if you guys have been watching the posts on OSR. The only people posting the Joker, as far as I've seen, are people from Asia. I've never seen. The only ones I've seen about like 2. Both guys, Asian guys. I don't know if they're Chinese. I don't know if they're Korean. I don't know where they're from, but they're not from the U.S. So what does that say to you? You make the product stupid expensive. Some people are not going to fall for that. Most people are not going to fall for that. Okay. And to make you think that because you spend $1,000 that naturally and automatically makes it better, again, you're retarded. Because there's nothing about, again, I don't know what they do with their figures, but I can tell you there is nothing that their silicone body, if that's what they're using for the Joker. I saw the hands, right? Those rubber fingers and all that stuff. I saw that. I don't know if the body's all silicone, but if it is, what is that body going to do different than a Fison body?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Absolutely nothing. The whole point of these Fison bodies are for what? Better, smoother, cleaner articulation. So
And
you're
weirdo.
making, huh? and weirdos. So, you make those bodies for that reason. So just because J&D's making, and again, we don't even know where they're getting these bodies. We don't know if they're making their own bodies. Nobody knows this. Nobody can tell you this. Okay. So we got experts here in the stream right now talking about J&D. You don't even know if they make their own bodies. So let's say they do. Again, nobody knows. Nobody can tell me that for a fact right now. Okay. So nobody's even informed in J&D as much as they want to think that they are. So let's say they make their own silicone body. Let's just assume that they do. What is going to be so much different than the Feisten body? Nothing. Oh, what? Surgical grade silicone? Okay. What is that going to do for you? It's going to be under the clothing anyway. So what is that going to do for you? Is it going to articulate better that it's surgical grade? Absolutely not. It's going to be the same exact thing. So they're charging you $1,000 for what? For a silicone body that's going to do what? The same thing as a Feisten that's $100? So you're getting ripped off the bat. That's my point. That's why for anybody to think that you can justify $1,000 figure, you're an idiot. Again, it's your money. Do whatever you want. I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm not telling you that. But if you think that that's okay, you're an idiot. Because there's nothing on that figure that you can sit there and go, well, this piece makes it $1,000. Or these shoes make it $1,000. Or this outfit makes it nothing. This silicone head sculpt makes it $1,000. What? What do you mean? That's my problem. William, if you could price, seeing what you've seen, that J&D offers, right? Those magnetic eyes with the little tool and the silicone stuff, the hands, all that fancy stuff. How much would you be comfortable paying for something like that with all the bells and whistles that you see coming from them?
Like artisan prices.
Right? Exactly. No, we should not be paying. And like I tell you guys all the time, even artisan is a scam because we're getting the exact same figure sculpted for half the price. So that fake hair, just attaching the fake hair is already double for the fake. It's the same exact figure, same body, same outfit, same clothes, same accessories, same hair, same head, not same hair, same head sculpt, same eyes,
not double.
Same not literally, but it's price and a half.
It's the upcharge where, it's basically the price you would pay someone to root a sculpt for you for that price difference.
No, but again, the whole point is it is unnecessary is the point. Before Inart showed up, we were perfectly okay getting our doll hair and getting our sculpted hair. We were perfectly fine. Again, I'm not saying that it's a bad move by Hot Toys to copy Inart and to steal the idea. No, because the figures are great. So it's not about that, but it's a scam. I don't care what you say. There's no figure that should be costing no $500 to begin with. It's a toy. So that's what I'm saying. It's all a scam. All of it. We should be paying, again, if you really think about it, the artwork that these people, do, right, with these head sculpts, these sculptors, incredible. Right? So they got to get paid. But it's like, $1,000? I don't care what you think you did. You're not getting $1,000 for no toy. Absolutely not. Absolutely. The shit don't talk. It don't glow in the dark. The eyes don't move on its own. There's no electronics. What am I paying $1,000 for? What are you giving me? A beautifully tailored purple coat? I don't care. They're all beautifully tailored. What do you mean? So that's I can't. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. And it's crazy to me. That's talking about. I thought it was this guy. Moose with the super chat. It sounds like this. He said no, any. Unbelievable, Moose. No respect. No respect ever.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you,
No,
bro.
you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. We got says war relationship. What are those? This guy. Cassandra, welcome. I have a question for you. Is he on the street yet?
I'm doing.
Remember, don't be afraid of the police. Call the cops. Call the cops and then text me and then let me know what happened. Take pictures when he gets arrested, Cassandra. Absolutely disgusting, Ash. What a sign. My brother Chris Santos, J&D's way too. I'm saying again, unnecessarily expensive, right? The attitude about their expensive product, which again, it's their company, they can do whatever they want. It makes it like you don't even why would I? And I did it with Hot Toys, but again, the meaning of Hot Toys is way more meaningful in this community than J&D. You know, J&D came out of nowhere and they want to be on their own in their own world. Go be in your own world. Guess what? A lot of people are not going to be able to buy your product because you're stupid. You're priced it at a stupid, ridiculous amount. That again, if you think that your product is worth $1,000, then by all means, not many people are going to buy that. We know how cheap people are in this community. William, yes or no?
Oh yeah,
He said,
looking for a good price.
right. And I know you're not talking about me either, but in general, we know how cheap the community is. We know how cheap people are. And again, everybody's got different budgets, everybody's got different situations, so it is what it is. But people are always trying to save as much as possible. And the sad thing is, somebody's always looking for $100. So you'll have somebody, this is the craziest thing. I've seen posts of people going, the best, looking for whatever figure, the best deal takes my money. So you got people throwing out their lowest bid for somebody to get their figure. Are you kidding me? So knowing all of this, why would they think that $1,000 price point on a figure is okay? Doesn't even make sense. And you're going to tell me they don't know the community? Again, maybe they don't know the 1/6 community. They know the ballers in the statue community. That's a different world. So maybe that's why they said, if our statues are $30,000, our figures better be $1,000, because it doesn't make sense. They're not doing anything that's that much more special than Hot Toys, period. It can have all the silicone you want. Once you put that figure on the shelf, so what? That's the point. And again, it's not so much of the $1,000 because again, I paid it for a figure, right? The Anakin, right? Twice. So it's not them and Anakin's. We know there's no silicone with Anakin. There's nothing, that is anywhere near J&D's quality. If there's anything that's so great with J&D, so the money isn't the problem. It's you're already coming off as if there's something special about your product. That where are you coming from? That's my issue. 23 likes, 36 guys. Please hit the like button. There's 41 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here as well. Should I put 1,042 and I'll talk about no, I'm telling you, it's good, and it is what it is. It was either do it or don't get the figure. I could have waited. I could have played the game and said, oh, I'll wait and see if somebody, eventually, which it's possible. It's happening now. I've seen them going up. Somebody had one up for 700 and it sold immediately. A Dark Side Anakin. So it happens. It's just, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk, not being able to get it until years later. So I just, it's only money. Money comes and goes. This guy. I'll buy it. This guy. This guy's always crying poverty, and I'll buy it anyway. Unbelievable. How many J&D student figures are being sold for less than MSRP retail price versus Hot Toys? Don't worry, we'll wait. On eBay, thousands of this kind of Hot Toys.
Is he really comparing a company that hasn't even released one figure completely yet?
This is what I that's why I just took a breath, because thank you for that, William. I'm not even going to engage. I was literally going to say J&D was born yesterday. Okay. Are you talking about their statue, J&D, or are you talking about their Kojun Works company, which is the 1/6? Because you cannot compare a statue company to Hot Toys, number one, and you cannot compare a figure that was made by J&D that nobody has to even have the chance to say, this is comparable this way. Nobody. Like I said, 99% of the community don't have anything J&D. So what do you mean? There's nothing to compare. There's nothing to buy. Obviously there's more Hot Toys discounted because Hot Toys has been around for over 20 years making product. So duh. What do you mean? You make it seem like, that Hot Toys is garbage because they got discounted. No, Hot Toys you have Hot Toys discounted at this moment, 2025, because they've been out since 2001. That's why. J&D can't tell you that because they were born 2 months ago. Huge difference. That's the problem. You can't say that. J&D's Game of Thrones their statue needs way more work. That 3,000, yeah. J&D is, statues is a different world. Statues is a different world. Me, J&D joke. This guy. No, again, I would if it would have been, a decent price. Like when I got the double pack sculpted inner Joker set at $7+. Huge ripoff, but I was not going to spend $1,000 for hair. No, absolutely not. So I said, you know what? I'll suck it up to know what the product is about, but at least I'm getting 2 figures at $700. So the way I justified that price tag was at least I'm getting 2. Again, those 2 figures could have been $500 and less than that. But I said, you know what? I'm getting 2. Cool. J&D, you're getting 1. Are you getting one? Do you get 1 or you get 2?
I think it was there was like 3 different versions.
Oh, that's what I thought. I know, because I think I saw one that was like a double pack. Right. I thought I saw one that was a double pack.
I don't know.
So, even that, I could have said, you know what? Let me get the cheaper version. Just to at least say I have the product. Let me talk about the product like I did in art. It is not even worth it. It is not worth supporting anything like that. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. You do what you want. But I would never. I would never. It doesn't make sense. Run down for 3 or 4 hours sleep. Brad, leave her alone. Let her sleep. What are you doing? No, I went better on 2. Got up around. See? Brad, let her sleep. Go on the couch. Fab, you did fall. You did fall for the inner hype. In fact, you're a repeat offender buying more than one inner. Unbelievable with a Hot Toys hypocrite. So again, guys, this is somebody on screen who clearly doesn't collect anything, right? Obviously. I told you guys plenty that I bought the Joker to be able to speak on it, and then I bought the Pennywise because it looked 1 trillion times better than that head sculpt, at least. The one with the teeth, right? The ugly one, the B version. The body sucked. It was tiny. The whole figure was, but that head sculpt was a 10. So those are the only 2 items I have from InArt. Again, that's it. I will never spend money on InArt ever again. You will never see any other InArt product in my collection unless somebody sends me something. They want to hear my opinion on it, but I will never spend my own money on anything InArt, period. I would love to try something J&D, but not at those prices, just because even if it's just one product, no, not at $1,000. Absolutely not happening. Not happening. What is the highest, William, you would ever spend on a figure? On a 1/6 scale, 1 figure, no double pack, nothing, just 1 figure.
The highest I have spent is a G.
Would you spend more than that?
Probably not.
No. What was it? What was it for?
It was a custom figure of Ragnar Lothbrok.
Gotcha. So it
But,
wasn't anything like mainstream, anything.
It was, it's a mainstream show, but it was not a.
It's not like a Hot Toys figure.
I did 1,000 for the Dark Side Anakin, and then I sold it and got my money back. Like
I
just
remember that.
exactly,
No, I
so I didn't
remember it.
lose anything. Just
Yeah,
because
no, I
that one
remember
I did have buyer's remorse when I compared it next to the light side with the OT Customs eyes. I was just like, I don't need both of these, and so
the light side with the OT Customs eyes look really good. Looks very good.
That's what's in the case.
And when it comes to value, right? The light side Anakin comes with way more stuff than the dark side too. So you get way more.
The dark side is more limited numbers wise.
Correct.
And then has the sub limited Japan exclusive sleeve if you care about boxes as well.
Right.
But
guys, there's 42 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here as well. I crashed on the floor, living room watching TV with Brad. Brad, give her the couch at least. Why is she on the floor? Unbelievable. You're not a gentleman at all. That's why you like inart. Unbelievable. I've seen U.S. sellers dumping their inner jokers. I'm telling you that I will repeat it always and forever. Inart came in with that Joker at the perfect time because there was no Joker. It had been years since Hot Toys had given us a Joker. A bunch of new people in the community dying for a Joker. Boom, they came in. Here's the Joker, right? So they made it interesting with the jail cell diorama, the bench. They made it interesting with the magnetic base that clearly everybody knows turned out to be a disaster. Figures were flying off these things, breaking. Mine broke, right? Obviously, like I said, I don't blame Inart for that. You guys know the situation, what happened, but that should have never happened, right? If you're putting the figure on the magnetic base, why is it falling over? Should have never happened. But again, I don't blame Inart. I had the figure perfectly fine. Rob picked it up. He put it back, and then that was the end of that. But again,
their resale value, they've hurt themselves because it went from this is the most limited thing ever. If you don't order it, then that whole fiasco where then it wasn't 3 days, it was 6 months. And then they announced that they're already working on 2.0 of Purple Suit Heath Ledger. And so
people are getting rid of it.
It's like, if a company says we're not doing reissues, it's exclusive. If you don't order it when we order it, then it is what it is. But then when you completely, it's like Blitzway when they say they're not going to do reissues, but apparently a 2.0 is different than a reissue in the eyes of a company when they say that they're not doing reissues.
Right.
But it's updating it and everything else, but still it's just like how the Blitzway Ghostbusters went up for sale and the resale value of those original Blitzway Ghostbusters, which had been going for tons, just completely flushed overnight.
Oh, they did? I didn't even know that was happening. Yeah.
You can get all 4 of them for around 15-ish,
and they used to be like $3,000, right?
Yeah, which is about half of what it was going for.
Yeah,
and
I remember
you can get a
that.
new set for around 15-ish when you have to buy the figures individually because the 3 set and the 4 set sold out basically instantaneously.
Right.
But you can still buy the individual figures. They don't have a cutoff for that. And so then it's like the only exclusive you have is, you have a box. And I don't even know if they all come in a special 4-pack box or if it's just going to be 4 individual boxes in a big box. It's
I think they're going to be individuals. I think they're all going to be individual.
Right, but you're supposed to get some special stuff with it, like a little bit of extra.
Right.
But it's just,
we'll see. Blink and Hawaii, my friend.
But resale value doesn't matter really to a company like, we cut the market out of the resale. It's like we sold new ones. That's what we care about. It's revenue. Right. The secondary market, there was demand for it, but Hot Toys gets nothing from Crosshair going for $700.
Right.
It's just some.
And we've talked about that plenty. That's why they always came back killing value for their own stuff because they most likely figured we could be getting money for this product. Why are these people getting double, triple what we sell this product for? We could be making this money, so they kill the value and make the product again. Blinken says J&D Two-Face looks really good, but the price is egregious. I feel like J&D wants to be the Ferrari. No, absolutely, that's exactly what they want to be. They want to be in their own world. They want to be, looked at as, we're the most, obviously the most expensive. We are the best because we're using silicone. And I said it when I saw it, that J&D Two-Face looks beautiful, right? The regular and the Two-Face head sculpt, just like the what do you call it? The Joker, right? The new Joker that they came out with, right? Looks way better than what they did originally. But again, none of it is worth any of that money. So it's a shame. It's a shame because I would have loved to have, and again, we're all Heath Ledger Jokered out, but it's a different company. It's their take on the product. It's their take on the character. It's their take on a 1/6 scale figure. So that's why to me, it makes me want it, If you think that the price of Hot Toys changes for basic PVC events justified, you're an idiot. Same argument. It's your money. If you pay for Hot Toys, you're an idiot. This guy. Wait till you send me another.
You don't have any figures?
No. Exactly. I was just gonna say, wait till you send me another box of Hot Toys, you idiot. Unbelievable. No respect. No respect for himself. Unreal. Unbelievable. He's collecting typical. That is something your typical in-art shill would say. Oh, in-art's better. Hot Toy sucks. Hey guys, look at my new Hot Toys. Unbelievable. No respect for yourself. Michael, welcome.
Good morning.
The J&D veteran, Modoc Mike.
Say it again.
The J&D veteran.
Oh yeah, don't you own J&D, Mike?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I thought you had like maybe a statue or something.
Again, it's shocking that you guys talk about them so much, given they have two figures. It's fucking amazing.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand how people even bother talking about something that they're not gonna have. I know I'm never gonna spend $1,000 on their product, so I'm never gonna have it. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? Don't you have the Joker?
From InArt?
Yeah.
InArt, yeah. J&D, no. You're talking about J&D.
Oh. Oh God, I don't even know what J&D is then. I'm thinking InArt.
No, statues. But they
J&D makes InArt look like present toys pricing.
Literally, for real.
I'm not even.
We can't hit the like button more than once. This guy. Guys, please hit the like button. There's 40 of you guys in here. Could have put that money on a J&D. Imagine you guys. Unbelievable. Also on Jazz. Unbelievable. We got Evie. Look at that. Hello.
I'm doing.
That's wifey. What's up, wifey?
Welcome. Is she like behind you right now or something, or she?
No, she's doing her own thing somewhere.
Oh, Harold, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
I'm doing.
Welcome. I have a third Christopher statue from them, and it's amazing. Probably the best statue ever made of him, but the price was a little higher than I would have. Now I'm telling you, they could make all the greatest product in the world, but those prices are insane. Guys, please hit the like button. There's 40 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button. Thank you. I like present toys. Bought a Neil from Heat for cheap. All right, guys, let's get started now that Michael is here. So we're going to start off with, obviously, this figure, Michael, is... Let's start with this first. Let's start with this for you guys to talk over it real quickly, and then we'll get started with everything else. So first and foremost, we're going to do Echo. So Echo William, how do you like the figure? Did you get the figure being a fan? Is this one of the ones you're not getting because you already made it? How do you like the head sculpt?
It looks nice. It looks the same type of head sculpt as all the other clones with DH Tamora Morrison. Accessories look nice. The pauldrons look nice. The kama, which is the skirt that hangs down. The what?
What's it called? The skirt?
A kama. Kama, comma.
Like a bed?
What's that?
Like a bed?
Like a bed.
Yeah, comma, bed. Go ahead.
Are you thinking about a hammock?
No, because in Spanish, a bed is a comma. Go ahead.
Well, we're not bilingual. So, but it looks nice. I didn't get him. I've had the Sideshow ones in the past. And
did you know that there's a phase 2 Echo 2? I didn't know that. I thought it was just Echo 1. That's the only one I have.
Oh, you mean for Sideshow?
Sideshow, yeah.
Oh. I don't
1 to 10. Rate it 1 to 10.
say it's a 7. It looks like the figure. It looks like the character. He looks like that group shot. All these group shots that they did for the blogger photos. You know, it looks, nice with all the rest of the 501st.
Now, real quickly, William, explain how this happens. How he goes from this to this.
What, on the show?
Yeah, like how does he become from a regular clone trooper?
Echo gets left behind on a mission. They thought he was dead. They go back on the Bad Batch. He basically doesn't have arms and legs anymore, and he's plugged into a computer, and they're using his brain for battle plans.
Oh, wow. That's a crazy story.
And so then they unplug him, they rescue him, and then that's why he has like droid arms and all the bits of crap on his brain and whatnot.
That's insane. I had no idea. Now, Michael, you being a hardcore collector of the Clone Wars, how do you like this? Are you getting this? Are you not getting this? Did you pre-order this? And how do you like the head sculpt?
No, definitely no pre-order. But yeah, this looks cool. I like this.
Like,
You know,
definitely
I have the what is it? What the Jesse one?
Yeah.
Right. So that's in this family of blue guys.
Yeah. No, this is Jesse here.
So
Yeah.
how many of these have come out then of these troopers?
Right here, 5.
First.
Yeah, every one of these guys are out. Like I think I have. What did I get? I had Jesse was the first one.
Well,
was
this
there
is
two?
Rex. This is Rex. This is Jesse. This is, what is it? Echo. This is
No.
Fives. And this is who?
It's just I think
Just the
that's
blue-
one of the Bark Trooper, the Bark Speeder one.
That's
or
what I
the-
thought. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A Bark Speeder trooper.
I have
guy,
the
yeah.
I have the first two. Then I have Jesse and I have Rex.
Jesse and Rex. How do you like them?
Yeah, they look cool. That looks like cool in a little grouping there on a shelf. Those 5.
Yeah, I was going to say that looks badass. That's why you wouldn't want to get them all to get that look.
I would. They're just coming out too fast. You know what I mean? Like if this was a slow build and I was able to do this over years, you know what I mean? You know, one a year, it would feel better. I'd feel a better sense of completion if I got to like slowly build this squad. But again, how they're doing it now, it's just too fast, too furious.
Yeah. Too much.
And
And not only that, but too much of so much cooler stuff coming out all at once too. You know?
Yeah, they're making me choose. You know what I mean? Whereas I probably maybe would have gotten everything. You forced me to choose, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna pick probably the RoboCop things over this shit.
Yep, that's correct. Loot. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. So that's exactly correct. That is, that's how I feel too. Too much, too fast, and it sucks because coming from buying everything to having to pick and choose, knowing that everything's great, doesn't matter what it is, right? Even if it's something like this, that it's very redundant. I tell you guys all the time, very repetitive. It gets boring after a while. It's like, all right, like enough. But they're so great in their own way. Their own different colors look great. So that's why it sucks not being able to get everything. Obviously, it's not realistic either. But coming from that, it just sucks now.
Doesn't make it special. It doesn't make it special. Like they could save it. They could slow play it and make it more. Yeah, make it more of a thing. Make it more of a collectible figure than just a shoveled out toy.
Big Dog. Hello. Welcome. Now let's go to the next release, which is this beauty. So this guy, guys, is causing a lot of controversy. A lot of people say it's very underwhelming, very boring, very blah, right? Besides the head sculpts, which are great. Let's go with you, Michael, first. How do you like the figure? What are your complaints about the figure, if any? And are you getting this figure?
No, not a Terminator guy. Doesn't make my list. And but it looks good. Like if I was a Terminator guy, I'd be pumped.
How do you like the head sculpt?
Looks good. What do you mean? I don't get the complaint. To me, it looks good.
Well, no,
Looks
the
like
complaint
him.
wasn't the head sculpt. The complaint was the outfit. That it was very
What?
underwhelming, very boring, very blah.
His outfit from
I
the
don't
movie.
get it. You know what I mean? Please, and I like the look with the helmet and the glasses. Like
You like the biker look?
yeah, I like the biker look.
That's how you would display it?
No, I probably have like the
bullet
that
side,
look,
right?
maybe with like the arm. Yeah, I'd maybe have one of those.
Oh, you
hanging
would
out.
make up your own scene that didn't happen in the movie.
Yeah, I'd play with it.
William, how do you like the figure? Any complaints, if any? And did you get the figure?
I did not get the figure. I would say it looks like Robert Patrick. All of the costumes and the looks all look like Terminator 2, which was a movie from like the early 90s. It wasn't, it's not like they were like, oh, let's have, Avatar level looks and effects and costumes. It was set in the present day with him impersonating regular people. So that somebody saying that the costume is underwhelming, it's like, what did you want him to look like when this is literally like a panel, like a scene from the movie?
Right. Yeah, no, it is what it is. That's what it's supposed to look like. So I don't know how people could say not that it's shocking that people are complaining about Hot Toys. Anytime something's released, even announced, everybody's crying. How do you like this 1 to 10, William?
I'd say it's like a 6 or a 7. It's not really for me, but it looks nice.
You're also not a Terminator fan?
No, not of
Not
the
at all?
toys, but of the franchise, yes.
So what is it about that you like in the movies, but you don't like enough to get the figure of that movie? Like, what is it about the figures that you're like, I don't really need this?
I've had a Present Toys T800 in the case, and then it just comes down to the real estate. And so it's like if I wanted to, dedicate shelf space to Terminator, then it would take away from, other figures. And like where I had the T800 around the corner is where I have like a bunch of Marvel ones all in one space together. Like how the X-Men, there's like 10 in one case and 10 in another. It's 20 figures in the span of 4 DTOF squares. And that works, but then I could have one T800 or T800 and T1000 and then be like, I could, use this space better, where I enjoy the movie. I watch it every now and again. I'll watch the sequels. I'll, do all that, but I don't need the figure it's just not that for me.
Ash says the stitching is too big. Also, Mickey Mouse hands. This guy. This is making a better T1000. I pre-ordered. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, again, I think it's perfectly fine. No complaints whatsoever. But, who else is making you a better one? This is why I tell you guys all the time. People sitting here bashing Hot Toys, they don't even know what they're talking about. Because, again, fine, they messed up. It's garbage. It's the worst thing in the world. Go get the better one. Who's making the better one?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Or don't get it at all if you really hate it and speak.
Exactly, but it's like
vote with your wallet.
Correct.
If nobody bought it because it didn't, check the box for anybody, then they'd be like, "Oh no, we obviously messed up." But the fact that it's waitlisted and people obviously bought it and are looking forward to it and are talking about it, What are they talking about? Mickey Mouse hands, the hands that are expanding because he's using his power,
I don't know. I
or
don't know where he got that from. That's the first time I
know.
hear Mickey Mouse hands. But Michael, how do you like this light up base? It gives you the the lava look, right? That orangey hue of the of light. You get the melted, the melting boot, the molten boot, and then you get a little bit of the shoe, the other boot, also a little bit of that effect of blending into or melting into the base. Does that make it any better for you? Does that make it more exciting for you since it's the very first time we got this effect for this figure, or you don't really care for that?
Of course, I don't care for that. That's for your DTOF collector.
So there's nothing about this figure that you would be like, oh, I really like it. Let me,
Come on, just like William said, right? It's about preference, right? There's no way I'm putting this over Marvel, DC, Star Wars, right? It's a property that doesn't rank above any of those for me. And then the little tiny movie franchises that I do slip into my collection, you know what I mean? There's two, right? For me, there's Matrix, there's RoboCop. There's no room for Terminator. You know what I mean? Terminator is down there. Like same thing with this falls into the category of what's the other one? The DeLorean, Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
You know what I mean? Good movies, not good enough for me to buy figures for. I mean, granted, good movies, but I mean, I would never put them in my top 10 and where I would want figures from those movies. Not now.
Gotcha. Now, I'm looking for the hands. I don't know what they mean by make it. Which one did you talking about, William? Was it this one?
I don't know. They just keep saying jazz hands, which usually this means jazz hands.
Yes, I'm saying, but
And are they trying to say like Robert Patrick has big hands? Like, and then somebody else in the comments in the chat was saying that a lot of Hot Toys are having oversized hands right now, and I'm not sure I see that.
see, like maybe this one here that looks big here, but that's just the close up and the angle.
Yeah, but I don't
think so. I don't think any Hot Toys lately, and I've been getting everything. So for the last one I got was Commando 007. The hands are perfectly fine. I got Han Solo here. I opened what was the other figure I just opened? I forget what the hell I just opened. Yeah, no, whoever said that they don't know what they're talking about. The hands are not, bigger at all whatsoever. Oh my God, Ryan, where the hell have you?
Konnichiwa means what's up?
How are you, my friend? Welcome back. Welcome. Long time. I thought you retired. I thought you went to Inart. Let's go to the head sculpt, guys. Michael, let's go with this one. 1 to 10. Clean version. Let's get a better close-up. Here we go.
7.
William, clean version.
I'd say it's like an 8.
Yeah, let's get a better. There you go.
So you have to really bring up an old picture of him from the movie because, like in my head, when I think of Robert Patrick now, I see him from Peacemaker and I see him from Sons of Anarchy, and it's just
he's super old. He's super old.
Like, that's my, my go-to mental image of him because that's the most recent things that I've seen him in.
So does this change your rating, Michael, from a 7 or 6 to
7.1?
Now let's go battle damage. There we go. William.
You mean glory hole head?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I'd say it's like a 7.5 to 8. It's a pretty nice special effect. It would probably pop on the shelf because it's a head that's different from a standard human looking head. So if you're going down the line, your eyes would be drawn to it like a bullseye.
Absolutely. That's exactly why I'm displaying it like this. Yep. Absolutely. And I don't obviously display my collection for anybody, but when I look at my stuff, I know how I want to look at it. That's why I display certain things certain ways. So I could tell you already, just looking at that shelf and seeing that hole in there, It's gonna be like insane. Michael, 1 to 10.
7.2.
So you don't like this either at all?
I mean, again, who cares really?
He's like, who cares, really?
I'm not into Terminator.
Guys, these are words of somebody that has lost all passion for the hobby, has no business even breathing Hot Toys fumes anymore because he is completely done. Oh my god. All right, next guys, we got, let's see what we got. So we got Kidpool out. William, I know you love all the Deadpool stuff. How do you like this specific release, and how do you like having the entire family finally?
Well, I don't have them in hand yet, but I did pre-order this one back in the day. It'll go on my Deadpool shelf.
You have everybody so far, right?
I think so. I pre-ordered the Sheriff Deadpool from, was it Present Toys or whatever?
Yep.
I
can't wait for that. Oh, so nice.
Now Patch is in that shelf too, so it's going to be a Wolverine Deadpool conglomerate in there.
Now, question for you. For Ash, this is only for Ash. Only for Ash. Do you think that they will give us more figures from Deadpool Wolverine in the future? Yes or no?
I doubt it. You have too many. Like they'd probably do a new Wolverine and Deadpool if they're both in the Avengers movies coming up. That would be an easy way of making a new version with, branded Avengers Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars, where they should be utilizing their resources for these upcoming movies and the upcoming figures that'll be coming out with them, because when you have hype, you have desire for people to order the figures. And as we've seen a lot of times when 10 years after the fact, like Days of the Future Past, Wolverine came out with the Bone Claw hands, and he is still in stock lots of places, and he's going bargain bin prices in the secondary market, because it's everyone that wanted a Wolverine from that movie had opportunities for ones back in the day.
With the claws, yeah.
Then you do like the look of the 70s with the bone claws, and it's like, bone claws isn't exactly your ideal Wolverine. It's
right.
For if you're the Wolverine diehard and you're going to get anything Wolverine, yes, bone claw version, you can have a nice, difference to your display. But most people want adamantium, they want metal claws, and it's, if they were to put out more, they just did Artisan Wolverine from the Age of Apocalypse 3-second scene on Deadpool and Wolverine, and that one stayed in stock for, what was it, 2 days or 3 days before it went waitlist on Sideshow, because there was so many more that they could have done besides that one figure, and still had them be Artisan. But I don't think that they would. If it was me, I wouldn't be, like, oh, we should, make another Wolverine from this movie, and then, we'll announce it a year from now. And it's like, all right, well, now you're like 3 years after Deadpool came out. The next Avengers movie is coming out. You've had other
Marvel.
But
not necessarily. Not necessarily, because remember, we've been getting a lot of ready to go figures. For example, look at this Commando James Bond, right? We've been getting a lot of that. So it's a possibility that they could come out of left field with a ready to go Deadpool. You know what I mean? Just like they did for the original version. Remember, the original version was ready to go when the movie came out, and then
They did it for him and for the battling version for the one con. They had a small number of those ready to go too.
That's what I'm saying. So they could easily do that. They could say
they could, but they've already done it twice now, and 3 if you count her, because some of her was ready to go when they did the sneak peek stuff in Hong Kong right when the movie was coming out. But then you have a couple different Wolverines from the movie, a couple different Deadpools already from the movie. They've had the Deadpools be different enough to where it would entice people who bought the Golden Gun version to be like, okay, well, if I buy this one, he gets the Wolverine bones and skull and, some other accessories.
Correct.
But to do a third one, it would have to be one of the...
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily mean like one of the Wade Wilson, Deadpools or...
Right, it would have to be one of the ones from the variants from the big fight scene.
That's what I'm saying. In general, do you think we're getting anything else?
With Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, where it's like, okay, it's a character with 3 seconds of screen time, and is anyone actually love this version of the figure more than any other version of the figure? And that's why I don't think that they would want to poop out another one, because like, okay, let me do Samurai Deadpool, and it's like,
that's what I'm saying, something like that.
Yeah, something like that would look cool, but it's the cost of making the figure versus how many you're going to sell for a character that no one has an emotional connection to some random Deadpool.
No, fine, but that they could easily make it limited to 1,500. They're going to sell.
Well, Fractal Iron Man's still in stock.
Which one?
Fractal.
Yeah, but he was just released. No,
he's limited.
How many pieces?
I think he was 1,500.
He'll go. You'll see. He'll go. 100%. He'll go.
Still there.
100%. We got Axel. Look at this. Long time. Welcome. Where have you been? Not collecting as usual. Welcome. Now I love this is movies like RoboCop, Terminator, BTT, F, Ghostbusters, Predator, plus more. Wrong Gabbit's coming. Watch. I know what Mike is waiting for. Present Toys RoboCop Lewis. I know. I'm so excited for that too. I tell you that. Seeing that he hasn't seen him in my I can't. Big dog. Chris, my friend, welcome.
Hello.
Nice to see you, my friend. Good morning. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to TK421. Shout out to a full English. All right, Michael. So we got Kidpool, as you see. We get the couch with this one. This is like the exciting part of this figure, at least to me. How do you like this? Are you excited for this? Are you collecting Deadpool since you're a Deadpool fan, getting all these covers and all that stuff? Yes, no, maybe so.
These are going to be bargain bin figures, in my opinion. So
correct.
I'll get them on the flip side,
But this is something you're interested in. You're going to get them eventually.
Yeah, I could see myself getting them just a while from now, because people are going to get bored of these. People are going to, I feel like they'll make a ton of these because of the movie did so well. So these will be, and then of course they made so many different versions, and then the best version is the last version, like they do, right? So yeah.
What do you mean the last version? What do you mean?
The battle damage version.
Oh, you're talking about the Deadpool. We're talking about Kidpool.
It's the fucking same thing. It's fucking Deadpool. You want the one Deadpool, you're gonna get the fucking battle damage Deadpool, because that's the best Deadpool. You're not gonna waste your time and money on this stupid fucking figure.
No, I see what you're saying. Now, what excites you about this figure? What is your favorite thing about it? See, this is everything plus the couch. What excites
nothing excites me about this figure. This
no, not even like the water guns.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll throw it on the shelf. It's a little variation, but I don't know. It doesn't. I'm not like psyched for it or pumped for it, or like there's no desire for it.
No, you're just buying just to buy. William, What about you? Exciting. I mean, I already went over, but what I was going to ask you about this was, what is the one thing about this figure that excites you the most? Or you're like, man, I can't wait to have that. The couch, the guns.
It's just the little hoodie and stuff like that is just different looking than a regular Deadpool. That with the water guns just will be, it's not like Baby Pool where it's a midget version of Deadpool. It's, it's different enough that if you were to get it, it's not just the same figure,
Correct.
Slightly different. It's a completely different thing.
Yep. Cloth material on the outfit. This is my favorite look right here. I'm going to show you right now, right here. Right there. Look at that. He's got the mean eyes hooked up. And look at that. He looks like he's going to mess somebody up right there. That is a badass. With the hoodie on, that's going to display mine. Michael, with the hoodie on. Yes, no, maybe so.
I mean, there's definitely zero. I don't think he's going to mess anybody up. It's a child.
He clearly didn't see the movie, guys.
It's just
1
stupid,
to 10,
man. It's just so. I mean, how can you like this? Come on, Fabs. Like, I get you like everything Hot Toys. This is kind of fucking dumb. Like, I'm okay with the woman Deadpool. Like, I'm okay with that. And I'm even like, I'll go a little farther and say, you know what? Fine. The Deadpool, the lady Deadpool, the baby. The kid just goes, I think, just one step too far out. Where I'm just like, it's not. It's not appealing for me in a figure form. I don't get it.
So is it the fact that it's young Ahsoka age, or is it?
I mean, think about the part in the movie that the kid had. Right? It was fucking stupid. It was dumb. It was not well written. It was like a really corny part of the movie. It wasn't even like a clever part. I remember thinking to myself, how stupid. You know what I mean? So
it's Ryan Reynolds' daughter, right?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I know it's that. That's what probably makes it even worse. That it was like forced in to say, oh, let's make this version of Deadpool so my kid can get in here.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The fact that they put the baby in was even crazy. You know what I mean? They're all getting paid now over that movie.
Yeah, like I said, the baby, has some comedic value, I guess, because it's it's ridiculous to have a baby Deadpool. You know what I mean? The kid Deadpool, again, I don't get it. It's not.
Look at that. How badass is that right there?
Not badass at all.
I told you he'll mess you up. You don't really know Deadpool, clearly.
I don't know Deadpool. You'll get this thing. This is a bargain.
No, 100%. And remember, you forgot to mention one thing. You forgot to mention. You mentioned everything except the main thing. It's Marvel. Everything Marvel's has been sitting. Literally everything. So that's.
And how many Deadpools do you want? Like, I mean, if you're a serious collector, right? How many Deadpools do I got? I got fucking 3. Right now, I got a gray one, I got a red one, I got a robot mech one. You know what I mean? I got room for one more, to be honest. I don't need 3 more. I don't need the girl, the baby, the kid. I need the one with the
guys.
With the
he doesn't really.
claws. That's the one I need.
He doesn't really know Deadpool, guys. If he knew Deadpool, he would stop buying the prints, right? The covers that he gets, because he has Deadpool covers at $10,000 each. But when it comes to getting the figure, he doesn't really care for the figure. So think about that.
Have you heard of a Scion?
Can you explain to us, Michael?
So you're trying to justify because I would rather sometimes invest in some comic book art that kid Deadpool should be higher on the collectible list?
Well, we are sitting here talking about figures, right? And you are saying that you'd rather not get the figure, but I know that you like Deadpool, so that's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
I do like Deadpool, but I mean, this is not Deadpool, right? This is some Kidpool thing.
Yeah, but it comes from the whole Deadpool family. So if you're a fan of Deadpool, we have never gotten anything like this to begin with. So as a Deadpool fan, your first thought is, When are we ever going to get this ever again? When are we ever going to get a Deadpool family? Never. So as a fan, your first thought should be, man, I want everything because I want the Deadpool family because I'm a fan.
No, I mean, I guess, look, again, he doesn't take up that much space, so that, I guess, helps. But, I guess maybe I'm not that big of a Deadpool fan. You know what I mean? I mean, I do have 3 or 4 figures, but I don't need it, and I don't need a whole shelf of Deadpool. I'm not that big of a Deadpool fan where I feel like I need an entire shelf dedicated for him. I have a corner carved out for that character. It's not like Wolverine. Wolverine, I'll give him a shelf. Captain America, I'll give him a shelf. Iron Man, he gets a shelf. He gets a case. Deadpool,
he gets a case.
No shelf. Deadpool gets.
Look, Moose is telling you, I have 10 Deadpools.
Okay, and he also has a DeLorean, right?
He said, "Okay." What'd you say?
I mean, what's the other Black Panther? Black Panther has a corner, right? I don't have a whole shelf of Black Panthers. Thanos has a shelf. Spider-Man,
CSI, my friend.
I'm doing.
Right, so your main guys have a shelf.
Yeah, like the main Marvel guys all have dedicated space. There's no Deadpool shelf. Deadpool sits where is Deadpool? Deadpool sits with you know where I have Deadpool? Deadpool sits on a shelf with he's actually on my Wolverine shelf on the other side.
Mike, look, you got the only non-collector in the stream agreeing with you.
It's not. It's because I'm fucking correct.
Well,
oh my god!
To see what Mike's talking about, Kidpool is not like for the standard Marvel collector. It's for Deadpool collector. Because a Marvel collector, like all the classics that Mike listed, I wouldn't even call Deadpool a classic Marvel character. He's not that old of a character compared to the rest of them. And most of his popularity in the mainstream is because of the movies. Yes, the movies were fun. They were good. They were entertaining. But, if you're a Marvel collector, you should have, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Spider-Man, at least one of these, Kidpool, I hope he ends up being like Crosshair, where they only made some of them because the people didn't pre-order them and then the price goes through the ceiling. That would be hilarious to me. But
you're only wishing that because you pre-ordered yours. So if that happens, you're locked in because you never say stuff like that. Because you even though you're trying to sound selfish right now, you're really not that selfish all the time. So
selfish.
Yes.
Why would I be selfish?
I can't see that happening. It's just that it's not that.
He says, "Why would I be selfish? I have mine." Unreal.
It's not selfish to pre-order my own figure.
It's selfish because you're worried about yourself. All right, guys. So as you can see, we got more comic book Joker stuff. This is specifically, as you can see, Batman: The Killing Joke. This is a comic book, an actual comic book, and I know it's because even though I don't read comics, I'm aware that this was a thing. Okay, I've seen pictures of it. I've seen all this stuff. So before Mike judges, okay, because I can tell you he didn't read this one. Let's go with you, William. William, how exciting is this for you? What were your first thoughts when you saw this?
My first thoughts were I wondered if Hot Toys had read the comic.
Why?
It's a very dark comic. After he shoots and paralyzes Batgirl, they strip her naked, they take Polaroids of her, they're doing God knows what to her, and then they show all these pictures and videos to her father, Commissioner Gordon, who they've captured and also stripped naked, trying to drive him insane with the things that they've done to his daughter. So, yeah, it's a very dark comic.
See, I knew Mike hadn't read that. He's not that big of a fan of comics. So now, knowing all of this, you see Hot Toys announcing this. What goes through your head?
Like, it's nice that they're doing a comic book Joker, and not another Ledger, even though they just announced the other Artisan Bank Robber one. Right. That picture right there is basically the cover of the comic.
Yep.
of him holding the camera. You know, obviously the camera that they used to photograph her, as what I was just talking about. Would have been kind of cool if they included the tropical shirt, the Hawaiian shirt Joker look in there as well, because that was another part of the comic. You could have done 2 looks. Obviously, I don't think they're going to do that as an individual look.
I was just gonna say, you don't think they'll do that extra figure?
Not for the same comic book Joker that they are just making right now, but that would also include having to either do a complete second body or counting on somebody to not destroy the buttons and everything else when they're changing out the clothes on a figure, which,
Right.
you know, can't even bend an arm on a figure without snapping it. But it's nice. I like comic book characters, comic book versions, because they're the classic version of a character. Even though this is one specific comic that it's styled after, it's still in the comic book style, where him with both eyes open, you can, you know, use it as your Joker in a comic book display, and it's going to you know, look good with most Batman that you would have displayed with it. But yeah, you know, it's would have been nice if this had come out on Batman Day or something like that. Not just, you know, some random Wednesday. It's like, yeah, we did break up all the Star Wars ones that we overpower you with, and we're doing this one DC character that we've already done, you know, 30 versions of, but now we're doing the comic book version, and a specific comic book at that. So, you know, the smile, the teeth, you know, it's the grin, the hair, you know, everything looks pretty neat. You know, the accessories, it's just you know, Joker accessories. You got a gun, you got the bang flags, you know, you can pose them lots of different ways. You know, a lot of people might recreate this look right here with the camera of him, you know, doing the classic, here we go, I'm the cover of The Killing Joke. But yeah, I like it.
Blinken says, I'm really curious as to why Hot Toys doesn't touch the Lord of the Rings line. I feel like they would make tons of money from especially, yeah, license, exactly. It's all license. If they don't get into it, it's for license, probably very expensive, or it's, you know, it doesn't, to them, it's not worth it.
It's already, the license is already taken by Asmus and InArt. Asmus has the worldwide license, and InArt got their Asian license, which is why they can't ship directly to the US for that line. Right. There's, you know, I'm sure the worldwide license that Asmus has specifically says something along the lines of no one else can have a worldwide license for this figure while we have it. And they obviously just renewed that license because now they're teasing the Saruman the White one that's coming out, where it looked like Christian Bale with long hair.
Right.
and a couple other ones that they've already teased. But, you know, that's exactly why. Blinken.
Michael, exciting, not exciting? How do you like the Joker? Specifically, this comic book Joker.
Yeah, enough. No, not for me. It's not why. Good.
What is it that you don't like?
Hot Toys, right? I collect Hot Toys for the head sculpts, the lifelike head sculpts. So when they go in this comic book direction, I don't love it. I don't.
So now, question for you.
What?
So, question for you. It is true that when we first started collecting Hot Toys, all they were focused on, or mostly, right, what they were focused on was head sculpts. Over the years, we know that they've made, you know, years ago at that, right? Darth Vader, Stormtroopers. You know, they were making Predators. They were making aliens, right? They've always made these animals, these things, not necessarily only always head sculpt. But the main reason why we get them is because of the head sculpt. We're in an era now where Hot Toys is like an octopus. They're involved in anything and everything, right? So they developed the artisan line. Has been what, 2 years now. Now we got the vinyl line, which again, they've been making vinyl for years. Now they just decided to make it a thing. So as a company, right, Hot Toys is evolving, right? It's growing. It's taking up new projects, new things to do. Obviously, as a company grows and they get into more stuff, they expand, right? They want to get in, they want to do more, they want to make more money, so they want to do more. Getting into this comic book line is a big deal. Why? We're getting comic book stuff directly from comic books, which is not the same as an MMS release. So you as a fan of comic books, wouldn't you be one of the, many people super excited for stuff like this because it's specifically comic? I understand you're talking about the aspect of the head sculpt and the likeness and all that stuff, but comic book, again, this is directly from a specific comic book. You being a fan, why is this not like interesting for you?
Because the head sculpt doesn't wow me like a lifelike head sculpt. Like the lifelike head sculpt, it was, there's just something that's so surprising of how like lifelike that they were able to get. You know what I mean? So that's what always impacted me was, again, like these little lifelike sculptures. So again, it doesn't, to do a cartoony version or a comic book version. To me, it's not that. I don't know. It's not that impressive to me. It doesn't. I'm not wowed by it.
Forget the real life likeness of it for a second and go to the comic book aspect of it. Forget, obviously, you're not going to get a real life like look to a comic book, figure or character, right? 100%. But again, you forget
they shouldn't be focusing on this. All right, then fine. They shouldn't be focusing on this, right? So Hot Toys has been around for 10, 15 years now. Their head sculpts should be
over
far
20.
more impressive than they are. I feel like they've regressed rather than improved. The only thing they've given us is fucking stupid artisan hair, which is not a major improvement. And you're right, they are an octopus with too many arms and too many different things, and they're losing focus on their most important primary thing they did well, which were these lifelike head sculpts. So, no thanks. I mean, look, I get it. This is for the guy who has a 9.8 killing joke on his shelf, and he wants to put this comic book character posed next to that comic on the shelf. That would look cool, But I mean, I think guys who collect these figures, it doesn't go well. When you try to, I think, put these. Someone mentioned that other Joker, the Batman from the video game. Like that didn't fit well. I remember looking at that, saying that's too out there. That's too cartoony. It doesn't fit well when you put it next to a lifelike figure or a movie figure, as you will. So again, the primary reason I collect Hot Toys is these little movie.
It's for the MMS. It's for the MMS mostly.
MMS. It's all MMS.
Right.
Like if anything else is just a maybe, a consequence. Lucky it fits into the collection, but it is MMS primarily, number one, not even close to 2, 3, 4. It's MMS entirely for me.
So, now, Mike, do you not like any of the Hono figures either? Then
I don't like the Hono figures.
Okay.
Question for you.
I don't have one Hono figure.
Michael, again, being a comic book fan, what is one figure strictly comic related that you would want Hot Toys to make for you?
I tell you, I bought it and I haven't even opened it yet because I bought it because I like the comic book, but I don't know if I'm going to love the figure. So I bought that, the Dark Knight figure. Some third party company made it.
SSR probably.
Yes, that's it.
It's a nice figure, the SSR one. It's a beefy boy.
I just opened it the other day.
The fat one, right? The fat Batman one?
The fat one.
He's tanky. Don't you body shame him.
Wait, but that's the one that Hot Toys just teased that they're
Hot Toys has, it's up. Yes, it's still up for pre-order. The Hot Toys version.
Gotcha. Okay, so that one, the SSR one. How much was that? $200?
I remember that SSR one wasn't cheap, was it right?
I
Was it
know
like
their stuff is usually
Well, it had
depending on what
multiple
it is.
heads. There's different versions. Like one came with like a bust for the extra head.
Yeah,
There was a lot of
that's what I got.
nice versions of it.
See, I never bought SSR because I always thought it was too expensive for what they look like. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I've never bought one at full price, but the two newest ones that are shipping right now, the Alex Ross Batman and Alex Ross Superman, those ones were surprisingly well. They were plain and just barely any accessories, but they were only like 170 each, which for SSR is completely
it's very
low.
cheap. Yep. Yeah.
And
See,
I
I
like
wouldn't.
the Shazam they did. I got the Shazam that SSR did.
Yeah.
1/6 Spawn would be sick from the film and comics. They did. They did 2 spawns, Michael. They did a massive spawn that was supposed to be 1/6, but it's about 2 feet long, 2 feet tall, and then they did a standard 1/6 scale spawn by. I'll tell you right now, it was the company that made the die-cast Flash. They were. You just got that Flash too, Michael. I forget the name of the Flames, something Flames, I think it's called. Anyway, they made a spawn as well. Very, very good spawn. Both of them are very good. The big one's actually not as good as the smaller one, but the big one is, the chain is like real metal and like very, very nice. Eric, my friend, long time. Where have you been? How are you?
Hello!
Welcome.
Well, they might make a flat or an official spawn if the movie that they is in production hell ever actually gets made.
Yep. Now, William, if you had to change anything, huh?
I said it'd have to be in a movie for me to get that figure.
Yep. William, well, not necessarily. We could get a comic version too. William, if you had to change anything, what would you change, if anything, from the figure?
I don't know. I don't really care enough about it to change it, but
I don't really care.
Like the magnetic tongue is just weird. Like I get that they wanted to give you additional posing things.
Well, they did it with the purple coat Joker, so they figured why not,
Okay, well, I don't remember him sticking his tongue out in that comic, but I could be wrong. But when it's based off of a comic for the looks, the crazy hair, ha ha ha, that's from the comic. The camera look is from the comic, and so hypothetically, that means he had his tongue out at some point in the comic. I just don't remember that as being a classic look from that book. But I don't know. It's nice that they have 2 head sculpts, but I would have like a different expression on the other one, where it's like the eyes are open. I think the mouth is slightly more open on one, the blinking one versus the both eyes open. But I would go with like a grinning from ear to ear with teeth together.
Yes.
As a change, instead of just having one closing one eye and one with both eyes open. And yeah, the teeth are a smidge closer, but I would have that more drastic of an insane smiling teeth together Joker for the second look.
Right. Yeah, this is a slightly longer jaw.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
And just so it can have the tongue in it, that's why it's open more.
Correct. That's it.
I would just go more extreme with it. But
I remember Hell Commander from years ago. Is really good. That's what you said, as real metal swords. No, absolutely. That's the one I have too. I never got the small one. I got the big one, and it is amazing. But again, it's just a massive figure.
How much is this?
This $275.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Guys, I mean, come on now. There's no head sculpt. There's no license, right? Like this and someone mentioned, like this should be a Hono figure. This should be a $199 all day long figure. They have the fucking balls to try to charge $300 for this?
I'm going to tell you why. No, I'm going to tell you why in a second.
No, why?
That's Cassandra, look, this is your husband on screen. Unbelievable. Disrespectful. Ron says if Masters of the Universe can close way development hell, it wouldn't be surprised if Spawn can also. That is true too. Mondo's taking over He-Man. You know.
Yeah, he's
We
talking
got
about the movie
moves.
though, Fabs.
We got
He's talking about the He-Man movie that's coming out.
Oh, I forgot about that. I thought you were talking about the Mondo figures.
That's what development hell means. Hollywood.
Oh, I got you. We got a super chat from Moose. Says all we need is Killing Joke bats, Barbara Gordon with a wheelchair, and an Alan Moore fake screaming blank you. DCBG was this guy. Unbelievable. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. This is for you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, those would be cool. Those would be nice to get. But again, you know, when you start adding wheelchairs and stuff, I can guarantee you the first wheelchair we're going to get is going to be Professor X whenever the time comes. You heard it here first. Whenever you question a head scope, just remember Inner is giving us closed eye head scope.
That's one thing you don't collect, right?
What?
Wheelchairs?
Well, nobody has made one except your
Right, you
1977.
don't have a Professor X in your collection. That's I remember.
Right, your 1977 X-Men. I don't have those. Sorry. What were they made? Who was the company again? I forget.
CG.
Yeah,
something.
CG something. Yeah.
What was it?
CG something or another.
CG. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Look at that was well. Let me tell you, that chair was well done. Well done.
Yeah,
You
no,
missed
those are
out.
nice
You don't
figures. Those are nice figures. And I almost picked them up, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I
You
don't
should
know.
still pick it up. If you're a serious collector, how you do not have that Professor X in your X-Men shelf is
I'm not
mind-boggling.
I'm not that serious of a collector. I'm a part-timer. So now, guys, we got some shots of the Hot Toys pop-up store in South Korea. It says here the event was from August 7th to August 21st. So here we go, guys. As you can see already, the poster of all the latest announcements, which looks insane, right? You got RoboCane, you got RoboCop 2, you got the Grasshopper, you got Sam, you got Bank Robber Joker, you got Big Chap, you got Supreme Iron Man, and you got Mark III suit up version up there. Here they are. Look at that. You got Mark II Stealth, you got Gregor. You got the Black Sun. You got the Shadow Moon. You got Commando. Guys, Commando. Commando 007. You got Superman. And you got, what the hell is this? Sam? Is this Sam here? Yeah, it looks like Sam.
Imagine your collection having a display like that for every figure.
I literally was just thinking about the same. I said, imagine if my collection was each one separately on a stand like that.
You would need how many gymnasiums would you need?
Yo, it would be crazy. I would need aisles for people to walk around like through.
I mean, fuck aisles. You need a football stadium.
Here they are again lined up. So yeah, so this is Sam, Stealth 2.0, Gregor, Black Sun, Shadow Moon. You got Commando, James Bond, and Superman, the best Superman ever made. There it is, Gregor. Now, Michael, sexy, not sexy? Would you get this, not get this?
Stop asking me. This thing is such garbage.
William, tell him what it is, please.
We already did this last week.
No, I know, but just tell him.
Gregor.
No. Tell him like why this is an important figure for him to get in his collection.
It's not.
See, guys, your own Star Wars fan
Thank you.
says Star Wars figures are not good. Unbelievable. Unreal. Look at that. Look at the colors. Michael, how do you like the colors?
It looks bad. It looks dumb. Now the blue one, I like this blue one. I told you, but there's no way I'm never gonna give Sideshow tax and shipping. Never in a million years will I do it. I'd rather not get the figure.
Unbelievable.
So, but as you and I found out, it's offered elsewhere. You know, the exclusive 2,500 limited it's remember guys, that's in America. You know what I mean? So there's
Also,
more than 2,500 of this figure.
Guys, real quickly, Sam and Bank Robber Joker are both available artisan edition on Pop Culture right now. Okay? Artisan. Both of them. They're on Pop Culture right now. That is a slap in the face, okay?
God bless you, Pop. God bless you.
Well,
So
Pop
here's-
Culture is a Sideshow distributor, so that means that Sideshow had an allotment for their distributors. That's easy peasy.
Yeah,
It's
but
not a slap in the face.
artisan, not everybody gets artisan.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what
they're
I'm
the
saying.
official distributor of Australia.
Yeah, but I don't think that coincides with us here in the States. So like when I think they announced 2,500 figures, I'm thinking that's stateside. I don't think that's worldwide. Unless
No,
again,
no.
it's in the fine
description.
print.
No. So you'll have, for example, like 2,500 in Hong Kong. You'll have 2,500 in for Sideshow, like that. That's how that works.
That's
I
not
think
what it
so.
says on the Hot Toys release captions.
Well, they always tell you worldwide, which is a lie.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why is it a lie?
Sideshow, because overseas, when you get an announcement overseas and they tell you there's 1,500 in Hong Kong or 1,500 in selected markets, they never tell you.
But I think they change it around, Fabs. I think like you have to read the fine print. I don't think it's consistent with every figure. I don't think
it could be. No. It could be, but most of the time, anytime there's a number overseas in Hong Kong, oh, we're getting 15 here, 1,500 here. It's usually the same number for Sideshow, which is why, again, they tell you 1,500 in selected markets, 2,000 in selected markets. Selected markets means what? Hong Kong, the U.S., and wherever else they decide to ship. But that's usually what that means.
Well, no. What are the markets, right? There's going to be, I think Philippines is its own market. No, I think Australia might be its own market.
I think you got Malaysia. If I'm not mistaken, you got Japan, you got the Philippines, you got obviously Hong Kong, you got Shanghai, which is the China location. You got Sideshow, which is their America location. You got, so they're all over. What do you have in Europe? I don't know what's in Europe. Is Australia considered Europe? No, Australia's Australia. So what's in Europe?
Separate.
That's what I'm saying. What would be considered Europe? What's their European distributor over there? I have no idea. But in Asia, they're covered in Asia. You know? William, Superman. How did you like the Superman? How do you like it compared to the Inert, if you remember? If not, it's not a big deal. But which one, if you remember, which one do you like better also?
Hey, real quick. So let me just read this, right? It says this is for the gold Iron Man, just to give this one in for example. This exclusive figure is available in limited quantity of 3,000 units worldwide, comma, exclusively available in selected markets.
Right.
So to me, that would absolutely mean they made 3,000
Total.
for every market out there worldwide, right?
Total.
Right. That's what you would assume from reading that. But tell me again why they would tell you that, right? Being 100% true, because again, we talk about it all the time. If that were the case, why not limit them? Why not limit them? Why not number them? If they're so limited, why not number them? They already did it with that sticker pack of Loki, President Loki, right? It didn't sell out. I don't see that thing, people dying for this numbered Loki figure. So it already happened. They already did it. Why can't they do it again? It didn't cause any problems. It's not like, oh, well, look what happened. They numbered it and it created an issue. No, it was perfectly fine. So why, if they're making 3,000 3,000 pieces worldwide, why wouldn't they just number them? Because it's not 3,000. It's not at all. That's what I'm saying. That's why they can't do that. That's why they will never tell you the truth about how many pieces they're making.
See now, look at now. Why is it never consistent? So now on the black and gold Iron Man, it says with limited quantity of 2,500 units, only available in selected market. So it doesn't say worldwide. Like they leave off that worldwide.
That's what I'm saying. It's just they're just playing with words. There's nothing different. There's nothing special about them saying one day worldwide and another day not today, not worldwide. It's the same thing. Like I said, the moment that Hong Kong says, because remember, this is all dictated by who? Hot Toys in Hong Kong, period. So Hong Kong says 15 units or 3,000 or 4,000 or whatever they want in, 15 units here in Hong Kong and then another whatever in selected markets. They dictate those numbers. So they'll have their 1,500 in Hong Kong, Rebel base, Secret base, all these bases. And then they'll have their 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 shipped to Sideshow for them to sell those items.
The blue one,
it's never going to be split.
This blue one is limited quantity of 2,500 units exclusively in selected markets. No limited worldwide.
Yeah, it's all a game with words.
Right,
like
so
I
that
said.
could be 2,500 units in America, 25, which then they could do another 500 units in Asia.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Right, correct. Or it could mean also, now that you're saying that, it could mean that, but again, that doesn't even make sense. What I was going to say was that they made, they say, limited to 3,000 worldwide. So what does that mean? That how do they figure out what's going where? Right? So they're already limited, right? The moment you see that announcement, it's already limited. So they don't know in Hong Kong how many pieces they're going to get ordered over there. And they don't know on Sideshow how many pieces they're going to get ordered over there. So if they only ordered 3,000 worldwide, somebody's going to have a problem. That's why it can't be just 3,000 worldwide. It's got to be 3,000. They'll tell you worldwide, absolutely. But it'll be 3,000 for Hong Kong, 3,000 for, because remember, with the Hong Kong a lot, you could send to Shanghai. You could supply your Hong Kong stores. That's how that would work.
Now, Anakin, Artisan Anakin says 3,000 worldwide. So they bring back that there's that word again.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's a joke. That can't be real. That doesn't make sense. I could tell you if they do 3,000 in Hong Kong, 3,000 in, for Sideshow, that makes way more sense. Way more sense. You're going to tell me there aren't 3,000 collectors of Hot Toys in Hong Kong / China and Shanghai, Hong Kong? Absolutely.
No.
So you got to tell me you don't think so?
$300, $400 toys. To me, I always thought, again, 3,000 to 5,000 runs makes sense to me. 5,000 always made sense to me.
Worldwide?
Yeah.
Impossible.
Think of it like on the statue level, right? When you're ordering statues, right? They would run. What would be the runs? If Sideshow would do
300, 500.
No, they would do big runs. Sideshow.
Oh, big.
Their Spider-Man, they did 5,000. That Spider-Man that's like on one hand. Right. They did 5,000 of that statue. Oh, but again, that's during I want to say the height of collecting, the heyday of collecting, which is 2000 what? To that basically the Marvel era, right? 2010 to 2020. That right. You could say was the height of collecting. So I don't know. We're definitely not there anymore. I don't think we're at that height of collecting anymore, where you're seeing people buy it at those volumes where Sideshow was able to sell out 5,000 units on a statue.
Yeah, see, I don't really know anything about the statue game, but I can tell you it's all
the same though. Isn't it relatively the same? Whether
it's gotta be
Spider-Man, the most popular character in a statue, right? In a quarter scale statue, which is a format that most statue people, if you're into statues, would collect. You know what I mean? And 5,000 was able to sell out. Again, I would say, 6 scale. Is 6 scale more popular than quarter scale statue collecting? Probably now, yes.
Absolutely.
Probably now, yes.
Absolutely. I could tell you why. Hot Toys, Hot Toys is what has 6 scale alive right now. Only Hot Toys. That's it.
And again, if they were chilling out on their release schedule, 3,000 would sell out like that. But because their market is so watered down with their own product, they don't.
Yeah, but you have to remember also that a lot of people will order from overseas, from America, will order from overseas to get their figure immediately. So that, of course, throws off all the numbers from everywhere, specifically of Hong Kong and, North America. Because if you got people that should be served through Sideshow ordering overseas, you're never really going to know how many numbers are getting, are really coming from the US, because people are ordering overseas anyway. So that's what I'm saying. Does it really matter at the end of the day? So now, William, what are you going to say?
Yeah. I just don't. I was going to say, I don't know if their numbers, like you said, is there an Asian market number that is separate from the American run? I wish they would tell us. You know what I mean? And there has been, though, right? Like there definitely has been Japan exclusives or Asia exclusives, which it's only been available over there,
correct,
and not over here. Which would then tells me they think that way. That they think, let's do run over this market and let's do run for this market. So
that's what I'm
they
saying.
break it up. They think
correct. That's exactly why I said what I said, because that's the only thing that makes sense. You're not going to split 3,000 pieces from Hong Kong and say, all right, Sideshow, we'll give you 1,000 of these so you could go tell everybody that there's 3,000 worldwide, but you're only getting 1,000. That doesn't make sense.
You don't think so?
I think they have to give them their own. I think they have to give them their own amount.
Come on, brother. They would get sued. Would Sideshow get sued if you're saying there's only 3,000 worldwide, right? Let's do this hypothetically.
How would you ever find that out? It's the point. That's why they don't number.
You know what? You know what we need to do? We need to get what's his name? We need to get Elon to order 3,000 Hot Toy figures.
Imagine.
No,
that's what I'm saying. We will never find that out. How are you ever going to verify that there are 3,000 anything worldwide coming from Hot Toys? Never. It's impossible.
You know what? You need to put a fucking call out there to say, I'm registered. You know what? We should do that. Start registering the goddamn figures. If you own one, let us know. Come here and register your name.
Picture this. Even if they numbered them, which would be the only way to kind of verify, because again, they could easily double the numbers and we'll never know unless, again, somebody posts, hey, look, I got number 2, and then somebody else somewhere else, look, I got number 2, and for whatever reason, they just happen to be in the same group and people see that. They would never risk that. That's why they don't bother numbering them, because then, guess what? They're locked in to those numbers, because you can't fake a double certificate. It'll come out one way or another. Somebody will find out. The internet is humongous and it's very small at the same time. Because guess what? Just from going on OSR, you'll find out who has the same number you got. It's that simple. So they can't do that. Telling you there's 1,000, telling you there's 1,500, telling you there's 4,000. They can tell you whatever the hell they want, because you're never going to verify it anyway. As long as you get your copy, that's all you're worried about. You're not sitting there going, man, are they telling me the truth about 3,000 pieces? I really need to know this. They know that you don't care.
So you're saying even if they started numbering them, it wouldn't matter?
No.
That's what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's why they don't number them, because the moment they do number them, they're locked in and they can't scam you by telling you that there's 3,000 when there's really 5,000. That's what I'm saying. Tom, welcome.
I'm doing.
Well, the delusion is real. What happened? What happened with the delusion?
Talking about you with all the numbering conspiracies.
Oh, sorry. Delusion is real on this channel. That's why I love in art in Jazz Inc. So William, let's back to Superman. So exciting Superman.
That's what we're talking about. It's been 30 minutes.
Well, we didn't start on Superman yet. So now Superman. How do you like Superman? How do you like Superman? Are you excited for Superman? Is this the Superman that now that you are happy with regarding the movie, or are you like Henry Cavill is my guy?
No, Christopher Reeve is my guy for my display. And like I said before, only way I'll get this is if they improve crypto.
Michael?
Again, not rushing to this one. Pick it up on maybe on the backside cheap.
And remember, we had this conversation, Mike, about them being in production. Remember, I told you they were. You're like, no, they're not. And then you're like, yeah, I think they are. They were ready to go. They had 100 ready to go. So that means they've been making them for a while, which is, again, why that guy, Brandon Davis, had them on that interview in hand showing Corn Sweat. So
that was a run one? That wasn't a photo?
That was not the only one in the world, like he said.
And why the fuck was he holding it like a goddamn diamond?
Because they got to make you believe that. Why would they give you the prototype and be like, oh, here you go, Corn Sweat, here, touch it and ruin it, when we're trying to make you believe that it's the only one ready? Another thing, if you tell people, if you don't say that, then guess what? It gives it away that the figures are ready, whether in production, which they don't want you to know that, or ready to ship, which exactly what I said was happening, because that has never happened. Anytime you've seen an actor with a Hot Toys in their hand, it's not before the movie's out. Ever.
Have you seen this movie yet?
Yeah, I saw it right away. I saw it like 3 days after it came out, 3-4 days after. Right on Plex. It's on Plex. I told you to watch it. You didn't pay attention.
No, I don't. And then what did you think as far as comparing it to Man of Steel?
It's two different worlds. You cannot go in there thinking, oh, I hope it's like Man of Steel, or I hope it's something like that.
You must have a preference as far as who did Superman better.
No. It has nothing to do with, I don't look at movies like that. I'm not looking to be attached to no actor regarding a Superman role, period. Like I said, my favorite Superman growing up was Christopher Reeve, like William said, and that's it. Yes, Man of Steel movies were amazing. His suit, incredible. The best Superman suit I've ever seen, right? The sexiest suit I've ever seen. Yep. The way it looked, the colors about it, everything. So I love all of that. This movie, though, it was a fun movie, right? Having crypto in the movie made it a completely different world of movie, right? Having the Green Lantern, Hawker, Green Lantern, Hawker, all these things, Mr. Terrific, all these things changed the whole movie. You can't be like, oh, this is just like Man of Steel, because none of that happened.
No, it's absolutely nothing like Man of Steel. But I mean, again, you're either a happy-go-lucky guy skipping down the street, holding your boyfriend's hand, loving this Superman, or you're a real man and you love Man of Steel. Because that's really, one is just too gumball-y, comic-y, bright, funny, fun music. Look at the dog, it's so cute. Superman, and then you got a real serious throw a Superman, fuck with this Superman, and he will put phone poles through your fucking truck, Superman.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Two worlds. You can't go in there going, I hope, because if that's your goal, if you're going into the movie,
an adult, don't gravitate to Man of Steel.
But remember, not everything regarding comics is dark. Right? The Snyder cut of Justice League, for example, that was completely different than anything we've ever gotten. That's what people were so obsessed with.
I mean, again, dark. He saves people. What do you mean? He saved people on the oil rig.
It's a different. That's why. So the reason why you like Man of Steel more than you do this Superman is because the other one's darker.
I think the majority of people like Man of Steel. I would tend to bet that Man of Steel, that Cavill is the preferred Superman over this one for sure. I mean, again, it was a fun movie. It was a good movie. It was I'm not bashing on the movie. I'm not bashing on the Superman, but again, comparing the two as far as like who, what Superman do I prefer? I definitely so much better Cavill and Man of Steel. So
no, absolutely. Again, I love my Cavill, but it's not like, oh, this one sucks or that. No, it is what it is to me, right? But again, Christopher Reeve was the very first Superman I ever saw. Having how many movies did it have? 4 movies?
Yes.
Right? 4 movies. That's all we knew forever.
But if this one beat out Cavill, like if this one was as good as Man of Steel, you bet your ass I would have pre-ordered it. Bet your ass.
No, absolutely. Of course. Yeah, no, it's not. I'm telling you, the movie is nowhere near like it. Him as an actor, perfectly fine, right? I love the suit. I love the outfit. Remember that the shorts out is what's messing with everybody's mind because now you're used to Henry Cavill's
I disagree.
No, absolutely.
I like the shorts out, to be honest.
The shorts out is Superman.
Yeah,
Henry Cavill was a completely different take on a Superman suit. And the fact that it hit so hard, that's why everybody's obsessed with it now. But this is Superman. You can't have a Superman without the trunks outside. It just, you know what I mean? It's just, and obviously you can have.
They can't get Luthor right. None of the movies got Luthor right anywhere.
Man of Steel all the way. Out with the old, in with the new. Might get with the time. He said might get with the time. Gun Diver Man was like Shazam Part 3. This guy. I don't think this actor had the same impact as Harry. Absolutely not. TK, welcome.
Hello.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Again, you to beat Henry Cavill, it's gonna be tough. But you're gonna go in watch the movie with that mentality. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it.
And well, it makes me like Cavill that much more, though, right? I mean, it makes me. I'm glad that I have my, my collection of Cavill Superman because that he holds up to Reeves, no doubt, he does. He won't though. I don't think this guy is going to be remembered like, well, think about it, like Brandon Ruth, right? That movie wasn't bad, right? That Superman, what was it? Superman Returns?
Yeah.
Right? That movie wasn't bad. Like, I remember, come on, how pumped were we when we saw that bullet bounce off the fucking eyeball? Like, you were jazzed up. You were when that machine gun bounced off.
It's something cool. It's something different that we'd never seen. Something cool to see on the big screen.
The suit was good. I thought he was not a bad Superman, but let me tell you, he's fucking forgotten.
Yeah,
he is gone. And
let me tell you something.
And sadly, the best Lex Luthor is from that movie. If you really think about it.
Let me tell you something. Right? What's his name? The British guy.
No. It's not.
What's
British.
his name?
Not British.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. Yes. I thought he was English.
No.
You sure he's not English? I don't know. Well, let's check this.
Unless being a molester is English.
William, check for me, please. Where's he from?
America.
I'm pretty sure he's English.
He's not English. He doesn't have an
He was born in South Orange, New Jersey.
Oh, definitely not English. I thought he was. No, I don't know why I thought he was English. Doesn't he have some type of accent? I don't know.
No.
I always heard an accent when I heard him speak. Don't tell me no. So
Everyone
we have
has an accent to you.
No, you have an accent, Mexican accent. So we have here the Stitch figure from Lilo and Stitch, right? This is going to be like the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet set figure, right? That type of fluffy figure, that type of,
Except it's Grogu sized.
Grogu, which Grogu? The quarter scale or the 1/6 scale?
1/1.
Oh, the 1/1. So the big, massive, right? So bigger, guys, bigger than what I just mentioned in the Winnie the Pooh, because Winnie the Pooh is not 1-to-1. It's smaller than that. So that's going to be, look at those teeth, how nice that is. Are you getting this, William?
Yes, I ordered it for my wife.
Yeah, see, I'm telling. No, it's going to be a nice little thing. Michael, what about you? Unbelievable. So here is Sam from the video game that everybody apparently loves. So now, Michael, this figure has about 5 SKUs. Okay. How do you like this figure? How do you like the actor, first of all? Because remember, the big deal of this figure is this head sculpt here. So do you like this actor at all or not really?
I do like this actor. Daryl is a good actor.
Uh-huh. So this will make you buy this figure for once or no?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Come on, man. No. You're the only person who buys a figure because it's an awesome figure. I feel like you are the only person who does that.
So you buy a figure because...
Well, and because you have some connection in pop culture to it. You're not buying it solely because of the figure.
No.
To me, that is such a weird
You
concept.
don't need... I think it's weird that you need to have some type of emotional connection to something to buy it. Absolutely not. If I like a figure, if I like a toy, why? If you're out, you're out somewhere, you're at a store, and you see something, you're like, man, I really like that. I want to get it. You have to have some type of attachment to it. No, you just gotta like it.
No, you do though, because again, I grew up on G.I. Joe and Transformers, right? So I'm not gonna fucking buy a Care Bear. I'm gonna buy the toy that I have some kind of connection with a story or a nostalgia or some connection in that way. You're not just gonna buy a cool looking Smurf with machine guns because that looks cool compared to a G.I. Joe figure that may not look cool. Like, no,
I
would buy a figure just because it's cool or decked out with accessories.
I think Faz thinking of the new... No. Kevin Spacey is what I'm talking about. But I thought, for some reason, I thought he was British. Every time I heard him speak, for whatever reason, I always thought he had an accent. Don't ask me why. That is crazy to find that out. Fab is a god who knows all.
This figure has the same impact on me as those bug figures.
Now what, my friend? Why? You don't really care for the bugs at all? The grasshoppers?
Yeah, exactly. Like I have zero connection with this video game. There's no, this is sure it's a very cool, like, decked out accessory type figure, but I know nothing about this guy. Like, I'll never play this video game. I'll never get into the baby jar thing. Yeah.
See, so the reason why I would buy something like this, number one, Hot Toys, right? Who else is making anything like this? Nobody. Number two, the amount of accessories and things that go on the figure. Look how floated this figure is. Look at all these things that go on top, right? So it's going to be an intricate figure. It's not a boring figure whatsoever. There's nothing boring about it, right? Why? And then again, the actor's head sculpt, which is the biggest deal of the entire figure. Why would you not want this, again, as a Hot Toys collector, a Hot Toys lover? Why would you not want something?
Well, look, I hear you, because you love Hot Toys more than you love Marvel. You love Hot Toys more than you love DC. It's a fact. Hold on, it's a fact. You would never buy this fucking figure and not go back and get Superman's dad, or go back and get Professor X in the wheelchair, because if you would get those, you would complete your Marvel and DC lines over getting this random zero connection figure. Like, there is no fucking connection in universe. Like, you don't play this video game.
No.
You don't even know this guy's name.
But his name is Daryl. But here's the thing: his name is Sam. Duh.
Name's Norman.
Norman Reedus. I got it. But here's the point. The point is that we're talking figures. We're talking figure really. We're not talking again. Me. I'm not talking about the attachment. I'm not talking. I have to love this to buy it. No, I never have. I don't care about loving anything. Again, you are at a store. You see a pair of shoes. You don't go, man, I wish I was attached to those shoes. I wish I had an emotional attachment to the shoes to get them, because I really like them, but I'm not really emotionally attached to them, so I can't buy them. That, to me, doesn't make any sense. I understand that doesn't apply to everything, right?
So you walk around wearing Keds.
And when you say that I love Hot Toys more than Marvel,
that's true.
I have to. Well, it's kind of weird to say, and in the sense of, not in a bad sense, but in the sense of, obviously, I have to love Marvel first, because obviously I found out about Marvel first before Hot Toys existed, number one, right? So I've liked Marvel and DC before Hot Toys was a thing. So it is impossible to say you like Hot Toys better than Marvel because that doesn't even make sense. But
it does make sense.
How?
Makes perfect sense.
It does, yeah.
Because
look, I
you'll
can
buy a
admit,
character just because it's a character from Hot Toys, but then you'll badmouth the show, the movie, or whatever else, and be like, "But it looks cool. It's Hot Toys. I'm buying."
Wait,
it.
what do you mean badmouth? Like what? Give me an example. Give me when you.
Did you like the She-Hulk movie?
Give me an example.
Did you like the She-Hulk show?
I did. It was decent. Yes. What's wrong with that?
Did you watch Ironheart?
Wait, no. We're not going swinging show to show. So give me an example of what you just said that I said about a specific show that I badmouthed. Give me an example. Wait.
Every week.
Give me an
If you actually watch
every
the
week.
show,
Give me an example. Give me an example. That's what I'm saying.
Every week you say you've never even heard of the show that we're talking about.
So me not hearing about a show is bad mouthing a show, is what you're saying.
No, but you'll still buy a figure from a show that you haven't seen.
Explain to people what you mean, because you just said I badmouthed the show every week. When you just
run your mouth every week, getting mad about everything every week.
First of all, another lie, because when do I get mad about everything every week? So see,
Mike?
if we're gonna side up people,
he's 100% right. Come on, you will. Okay,
first of all, Mike is the only one yelling about anything 24/7. So that's wrong.
Yelling right now.
Anyway,
you have stated time and time again that you will buy the figure for the figure and know nothing about the property.
Absolutely, but that does not mean by any means that I love Hot Toys more than Marvel, because that doesn't make any sense. Is what I'm trying to say.
Come on, there's nothing wrong with it, but
there's nothing wrong with it. It just makes no sense, because I had to love Marvel again for the second time. I had to like the comics before Hot Toys existed as a company for me to even say, wow, I like these characters from this comic book company, for me to get them as a toy. I get Hot Toys because they're the best company making 1/6 scale figures. That's why I buy Hot Toys.
I don't believe you. That's why. There it is. I'll call you out.
You don't have,
think about it. If you loved Marvel more than Hot Toys, you would complete the line. You would go all in Marvel. You wouldn't go all in Hot Toys.
That's not true. So because I don't complete a specific line, I don't like Marvel. That doesn't, again.
I know. No. So you don't go extreme on me. I'm just saying you definitely don't like Marvel more than Hot Toys. You like Hot Toys.
That is a lie. You're
Hot
not.
Toys
you cannot
is number
tell
one.
Me.
Ranks number one in your world.
No. But that again, that doesn't even make sense. Number one, I've stated on here plenty that when it comes to lines, my first line is Marvel, then DC, then everything else. I've said that on record plenty. So that's what I'm saying. What you're saying doesn't make sense. What I've also said was that I love Hot Toys as a toy company, which is why I buy things that I don't even know, because they're the best company making figures always and forever. So if I'm a collector of the company that is making the best figures, I will buy the best toys. I am not looking specifically for Marvel, for DC, even though obviously that's what they make, because that's what we're buying. We're buying Marvel, we're buying DC, we're buying Predator, we're Alien, RoboCop. That's what they're making. On top of all of that, on top of everything that I'm mentioning, they're the best toy company, the best 1/6 scale toy company in the world right now. I will always buy that product, whether I'm attached to it or not, because it is the best 1/6 scale company making toys right now. Because I'm involved with this community, I am always going to buy. Again, if I see an appeal on the figure, I don't need to know what movie it's from. I don't need to know the character's name. I'm collecting a toy that to me is appealing, looks cool. Clearly the price is perfectly fine, which is why I'm buying it. But I don't sit there bashing Marvel. I don't sit there bashing nobody. And when I tell you guys, I don't know what this is from, that's not bashing. I don't know where this is from. I'm not trying to come up with a fake excuse or a fake response. Trying to make you guys think that I know what I'm talking about. If I don't know what I'm talking about, I'll tell you straight up, I don't know what this is. I've never seen the character. But to sit there and say that I bash things that I don't know. That's never happened. That's never happened because if I don't know something,
I'm the one who
why would
does
I
most
bash
of the
it?
bashing. And again, I would never bring this figure up in a million years. It would never come across my radar. If it was the fucking Mike show, you would never hear about this figure ever. But again, you bring it up, you're gonna get it. You're going to pre-order this figure. Are you not?
I'm going to pre-order this figure. My figure is already paid off. What do you mean?
So again, it tells me that does that not then confirm the blanket statement, right? It's okay. It's okay. You are definitely Hot Toys 1, Marvel DC 2.
Okay. If that's what you think,
it is. It's
then
100%.
fine.
Because again,
Right.
the fact that you're buying this figure, this is who the fuck is this?
Sam.
Who is this guy?
What was his name? William Reedus. See, that's who it is. See,
Yeah,
Mike doesn't even know, and Mike is bashing. So, William, Mike is bashing Sam right now. Tell him something.
I'm
Go ahead.
100% bashing.
And he's not buying it.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. He doesn't really care for Hot Toys anymore. He doesn't buy much of anything.
And not at all. See, and I love that's where you go with it. But again, if I would buy again any other Marvel figure than this, I would go back and get any other Marvel and DC figure for my collection rather than buy this. I would never waste my resources that I have for my collection on this ever, because I could go get something that completes my collection.
No, but now that's your own personal way of collecting.
Right.
That has nothing to do with me liking Hot Toys more than Marvel.
Anymore.
Huh?
It doesn't mean I hate Hot Toys or don't collect Hot Toys anymore.
You are not buying nowhere near as much as what you used to buy. That's number one, and everybody knows it. So your excitement for Hot Toys at this moment right now is the lowest it has ever been, and you know it.
Of course,
so,
because the company changed. The company changed.
But again, you can't compare the fact that you're not excited about the releases or the announcements at all anymore, period.
I'm excited about the releases, but again, the company changed, and that is a fact. The company and how it does things and what it did and the quality of product that we used to get to we get now. Again, it's not the same anymore. To me, it's gone down. Their head sculpts are not as perfect as they used to be. And again, like you say, because they're an octopus now, they've grown. The 1/6 hobby has grown. They have their arms in many other things, and they're not. To me, they're not staying focused on the sweet spot, which again is head sculpts, is lifelike head sculpts. If they were innovating and getting really crazy and bringing in the silicones and getting really
that will bring you back to liking Hot Toys, is if they brought you back silicone.
You know what's fucking crazy? I am surrounded by 600 fucking Hot Toys. How am I not into fucking Hot Toys if I don't have 600 dolls around me right now?
Yeah, but when I say you're not into it anymore, I mean you're not actively really buying as much as you ever did.
Even at my height, you could say my height of collecting, right? My height of collecting Hot Toys, where I was brainwashed by the PO, right? And I was pre-ordering every figure, like thinking I was going to miss out on it. And that's why I'd let's be honest.
Well, that's what it was. You had to pre-order or you missed out.
You're pre-ordering because you thought you're gonna. It's FOMO. You thought you were gonna miss it.
Well, no. Back then, there was no thought you were gonna miss out. If you didn't pre-order, you were going to miss out.
100%. So FOMO was real. FOMO was there, and you were. If you didn't pre-order, right, you weren't getting it. 100%. But nowadays, again, like to me, like this figure, like don't you feel this figure, like again? Don't you feel like you'll get him cheaper? You think this guy is going to sell out? Like, what makes you pre-order something like this?
Well, I ordered the artisan, but hold on, Ruth. I ordered the artisan.
Premium on this guy?
Yeah, they did like 5 SKUs. So they got like collectors, they got collector deluxe, They got collector special edition, deluxe special edition, artisan special edition. So they got a whole bunch of SKUs. So I got the artisan, obviously, because again, I said from day one I will be getting at least trying to get every single artisan that they make. So that's what I ordered right away, just for the artisan aspect of it. And obviously, you know, everything about the figure is really, really good. I was gonna ask William. So now that you had plenty of time to think about the example of me bashing, go ahead. Give me one?
We can just go back to any other week that you dislike something, but you have a figure from it. It's not bashing. It's saying that you didn't enjoy something. So let me use a synonym for what I said. So that way.
So do we get an apology for blaming me for something I don't really do, correct?
No.
No,
it's a synonym for what you do.
Well, me dislike. So you're saying that a synonym for dislike is bash? Is what you're saying?
Yes, saying something that you don't like about something.
All right, so let's say synonym for dislike. Let's see. We gotta be clear here because I'm being blamed for things that I know for a fact I don't do. But we gotta clear this up live on YouTube right now. Hold on. So synonym for.
I'm going to state this right now again. Make it very clear. You should be spending the money that you did spend on this stupid fucking figure, and you should go back and get that Professor X in the wheelchair. 100%. For me, that's what I would do. And I, as a collector, as a hot toy veteran, that's what I am telling you should have done. Or you should go back and get Jor-El. Like, why not? Like, why does that not cross your mind? I guess when you're spending money, right? When you're budgeting for these figures, is it because you're only putting down? Because you're buying figures over time, right? So it's not like you're coming up with the full $400, $500 on the spot. You're coming up with $35 on the spot, right?
Well, to pre-order, that's an NRD, 35.
Right,
45.
right. So that has to factor in, I think, in the decision in buying a figure like this, because you're not coming up with the full $350 right now. You're only coming up with $35 right now.
Right.
So that would make that decision way easier to say, well, if I go back and get Superman's dad, I have to come up with fucking $350 now. This second.
Yeah, but that's not the reason why. Like, for example, Michael C, who's in the chat right now, he got me my my Kyle Reese, right? Perfect example. I have all of the updated Terminator stuff, pretty much everything, Salvation, pretty much everything, Terminator T2, pretty much everything. With your logic right now, why would I not go back and get Kyle Reese? Why would I not go back and get that original Terminator, that battle damage T800? Why would I not go back for, those original three? That
over
were like
this.
The basic one.
Over
right.
this.
So why wouldn't I do that personally?
Yes.
So obviously I would want those figures. I was very happy that he got me that figure. Why I personally wouldn't go back for it? There is so much better stuff right now that looks way better than that Kyle Reese you guys saw what that looks like. Everything from back then looks like that. So why would I go spend more money? Because they're not cheaper than what's coming out now at all. And if they are, they look like shit compared to what these look like now. So if a figure right now is $280 plus tax and shipping, and there's an older one going for $375 that looks like it does, nowhere near what they look like now, why would I go for something older where the body could be, it's been years, for example, perfect example of the Superman's dad, right? Jor-El. We don't know what's going on with that body, and that body of Kyle Reese, that thing is beautiful. I don't know what's going on with Jor-El's body at the moment, right? The figure could be brand new sealed, but it's over 10 years old. So I don't know what could go wrong with that. The color, right? Remember that suit is plain white. If that figure you buy used right now, it is yellow. And I know this for a fact because I got a picture sent by Michael earlier today. And used, the whole white outfit is yellow. It yellowed from natural, shitty materials, or wherever he kept it or whatever. So why would I go backwards for older crap that is nowhere near as good body wise, likeness wise, accessory wise?
Look at all the arguments you made there are all about the figure, right? So that figure could be yellowing and the body could be completely decaying underneath. Right. I would still fucking want it over this bullshit.
No, but that's the difference. That's
I have zero connection to who the fuck this guy is. But Space Guy Joe here with his piss canister underneath him. I have zero connection. Who is this guy? What does he do? What's his motive? Like I have to. How do you not?
So that's what I'm saying.
Me,
that's
right? How do you not have some connection, some background to a story or movie or figure or comic?
No, and that's why
you don't need that.
That's why we collect differently. That's why you collect how you collect.
That's why you definitely don't fight it. Hot Toys is over Marvel.
No. That doesn't even make sense. But what I'm saying is, for example, you get statues, you get covers. To me, that is crazy. I would never, first of all, if I wouldn't pay for a statue, okay, $2,000, $3,000, whatever it is for a statue, why the hell would I go and spend $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 for a fucking sheet of paper with pencil on it? To me, that's fucking crazy. I understand why you do it. There's value in it. You can get your money back. You can multiply your investment. I understand it. Still, to me,
don't stop. You don't understand it. You
no. Absolutely, I understand it.
Come on,
absolutely understand it. Because just like to you, that makes sense to collect $10,000 sheets of paper.
If you don't have
to me, that's crazy.
And collect comic books, you obviously will have zero connection and want to comic art. The what created that in the first place. How about here? Let me compare it. Let me compare comic art maybe to how, because again, it all starts with Marvel and DC, right? It's all Marvel and DC. What if on Heritage Auction,
right,
they released the original prototype skeleton, one of one from Howard's personal collection? So it's the original first ever prototype body of a Hot Toy figure. Would you want that for your collection?
Say it again. I was reading this comment. Go ahead.
Holy
say it again.
Fuck.
Go ahead.
I said, if on heritageauction.com,
right,
there was a listing for a one of one prototype 1/6 scale figure. It's just a dummy figure. It's the original first ever constructed Hot Toy 1/6 body. First ever. It's been on Howard's shelf, and Howard said, "Forget it. I'm selling it," and he puts it in auction.
Right.
Would you be interested in that Hot Toy collectible for your collection?
Number one, depending on what it is. Number two, depending on the price. Obviously, a one of one ain't going to be for everybody. So I can tell you that. I'm going to give you an example. Remember those Batman auctions that were by Hot Toys, those one of ones with the pig Batman and all that stuff?
Yep.
I saw that. And again, they were all unique. They were all different. They were all one of ones. When I saw the price for one of them, I was like, I am good. And I remember Justin got one of them. He got one of the cheaper ones. I think he got that Batman one that we just got of oh my god, that figure, that comic book Batman we just got. I think he got a version like that of one of those Batman figures that I think he paid something like $900 or something like that for it. I would never pay. Again, it could be a one of one all at once. If it's not appealing to me, it could be, 0 of 1. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
It's the Hot Toy. It's the original Hot Toy. It's the first ever.
Yeah, but it's not right. But it's not just because I love Hot Toys doesn't mean I'm just gonna blindly just buy everything just because. I've missed out on a whole bunch of figures for that reason.
We all have the way I see collecting, right? There's levels, right? It's a constantly going up. There's levels to this game, right? In the collecting game, in any collecting, right? Coins, comics, I mean,
Well, what
that's
do you
why
mean
there's
what do you
grades
mean-
on comic books, right?
What do you mean levels in what sense? Give me an example.
Levels as far as there's the look, and no offense to you DTOF guys, okay, God bless you. You know, there's the DTOF guys, right, who have 5 DTOFs across their fucking living room, and they have 19 figures in their DTOFs, right? and then you have Fabs, who's got 37 DTOFs in his basement. Right?
34.
Right. So would you not say there's different levels of collecting?
But I don't understand. Where's the level? What's the like? What are you trying to say the level is?
Well, what do you mean? There's different levels. You collect at a higher, more crazy, more.
Oh, you mean quantity? You mean quantity of collecting?
Well, not even again. William doesn't just collect Hot Toys. He collects comics.
Right.
I've seen Mezco figures in his collection.
Right.
Right. So they're just, but we all progress in collecting. Do we not? Do we not collect more in different stuff and better stuff?
But
or no?
Are
we just going to collect Hot Toys?
But when you say progression, what do you mean? So, for example, we're collecting Hot Toys now. What is the progression from Hot Toys now?
Well, again, my progression in figures went from your graded toys, right? That's where I started, you could say, was my G.I. Joe AFA graded action figures, the 3.7 figures from my, and then I started collecting what was called 25th anniversary, right? It was 2000, I don't remember, 5, 6, 7. They started coming out with an improved version of that figure. And then they started doing, I think around that time, the Transformers. They started doing different upgraded versions of Transformers. And then you started seeing the Hot Toys, right? So then I started collecting Hot Toys.
Right.
And then in the Hot Toys collecting, it's not that I ever stopped the Hot Toys, but I started branching off and started, statues a little bit here, right? A little bit of, props here and there. I got a Captain America mounted wall shield. I got a Mjolnir mounted thing. I got a couple of Superman statues and again, one props. I'm building up my collection basically. And again, that's where
but I don't think that's a progression though. I think that's just if you're collecting 1/6 scale figures, obviously all this toy world is surrounded by what? The same stuff. Marvel.
Well, it's all Marvel,
DC,
right? At the end of the day, it's all Marvel, DC.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
the basis of my collection comes from that.
Right, but I don't think it's a progression. I think it's just you're still buying Marvel. It's just instead of buying a Marvel 1/6 scale, you're buying a Marvel, 1-to-1 shield, right? It's still the same, toy. You're still in the same collectibles world.
Right.
But you're buying just different stuff.
So if I'm going up from again, Hot Toys to shields to statues to comic books to now I'm collecting original comic art.
But
to me that is a progression. But
why would you say that going up? So by you saying I start with 1/6 scale
because there's 3,000. Here's why. Because there's 3,000 Hot Toys at $300 a Hot Toy, right? Right.
All right.
Right. And then with comic art, it's like you said, one, and that can cost you $1,500. That can cost you $250,000. There's levels.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I understand why you get into that world because there's money to be made. Period.
It's not money, but it's
absolutely. Let me tell you something. You're not going to be buying $10,000 pieces, $7,000 pieces, $5,000 pieces if you knew you were going to lose money on it.
If I was, I'd be selling, wouldn't I?
No. Correct. That's my point. If you knew that you were buying a $5,000, $3,000, $7,000 piece, and you knew that the second you put that money down to buy it, that you were going to lose money on it, you wouldn't be spending that money on it. I'll tell you right now. The reason why you're not selling is because there's money being held up in that you holding that value.
I'm hoping
if you
that I'm not going to lose
correct,
money.
but you're
right.
hoping
when I spend thousands of dollars, I'm hoping.
No, absolutely. And the reason
I'm
why
not
you
gonna,
don't sell
turn around and it be a hot toy figure, and I'm gonna fucking lose.
No.
Yeah,
that's
50%
what I'm
of the
saying. That's
value.
what I'm
I
saying.
agree. Yes.
But you buy, you risk spending, putting out 3, 5, 7 grand because you know, like you just mentioned, there is a one of one scarcity of this item. You're not the only one who wants it. There are more people who want it. So the point is that you're not buying $3,000, $5,000, $7,000 art when you know, well, I'm buying it because I love it, but it's going to be worth $100 after I spend $7K. But it's okay. That'll never happen. That's my point.
But I'll be honest. There is something about, and what I don't know what call it what this is, whatever the fuck you guys want to call it, right? Owning something that is one of one, right? It's the only one. There's some exclusivity in that collecting game, knowing you have the one. There's no other one. If you want this one, you got to come and get it from me because I have this one.
Absolutely, and that's where your value comes from. Because
and again, that's where and whether you guys see it this way or not, I see that again is the progression. I guess in my Marvel, DC pop culture collecting that again started with, and again, nothing has like ended too, right? When I say started with those AFA GI Joes, I still have all those. Like I'm a hoarder, right? I don't sell anything. You know what I mean? I keep most of the stuff that I collect. So that's where my collection has kind of, curated to all these different areas because I'm not one who likes to sell my stuff and I like to have it out and have different things in that Marvel universe that I love so much.
And going back to the point where you said, the progression thing, when I was saying, you going from buying figures to suddenly buying a shield here and there, buying Mjolnir here and there, buying a Captain America shield here and there. That's not a progression. Why? Because now you're not focused, even though those pieces, obviously, depending on the brand, depending on the style, depending if it's, an actual prop that's metal or if it's just plastic, right? All that stuff matters regarding the price of it. The reason why I don't see it as a progression is because you don't go from, all right, now I'm done buying figures. Now I'm stepping up, moving up. Now I'm only buying props at, $1,500, $1,200, whatever it is. That's a progression when you leave something behind and you go up. You never left 1/6 scale. You're still in the 1/6 scale while buying a thing here and there. So that's what I'm saying. To call that a progression, I guess you can. I don't see how that could be because you're still hanging out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
being so much. It's about being selective now in this 1/6 game.
Absolutely. No, the selectiveness, absolutely. Because we can't, like I tell you guys all the time, I came from buying every single announcement for years, not getting a single announcement. I was getting doubles and triples for everything. So to go from that to barely being able to buy one here and there and trying to catch up is insane. It is insane. So it goes to show how much it's changed, how much product they're making. One thing that I've mentioned before, and I'm going to mention it again because it's a big deal. A lot of people for years were talking about, I wish Hot Toys would give us figures within 3 months, within, right away. They're happening even faster than 3 months. We get an announcement figure shipping immediately. That was unheard of years ago. That changes everything because now you get 3, 4 figures ready to ship from whatever convention, whatever show, whatever toy thing they got going on, and they're ready to go. Look at Japan. Ready to go. Here you go. What do we do? So you can't buy everything. It sucks not being able to buy everything, but this is how much it has changed that I can't. Obviously, people are doing it. God bless. I can't do it anymore.
But again, that's why I'm saying, like that to take your collecting resources, right, and to put it toward that unknown figure, that unknown property. And again, there's no doubt what you're saying, right? That figure it's a newest related figure, right? Its body is better, its head sculpt is arguably better. But again, there's no nostalgia, there's no love. You can't say there's love for that character because you don't know anything about the guy.
Right. No. I've never said I needed to love anything. I don't.
But again, just understand you're collecting, right? How do you not say I need that money should be going back to get another, to get another Marvel or DC?
No, I see what you're saying. No, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Number one for you.
No, I see what you're saying. But again, it's like, for example, I know that from the moment the Artisan, that Hot Toys started making Artisan, I said I am getting everything Artisan because I know Hot Toys is the best. Therefore, there's no way I'm going to miss. If I miss something, it's because I couldn't get it. But I'm going to try to get every single Artisan. Now, why? Because I know doesn't matter who the character is, right? Whether it's Marvel, DC, James Bond, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But why am I getting it anyway? When like you said, I could go back for something that I really like or that I really need. But how I think is what's in the past is already back there. So if I ever need to go back for it because I want to, guess what? It's back there. It's there. The new one, I'm able to get it right now. Again, Artisan specifically. I'm able to get it right now because if I don't, it's going to sell out and then I got to go overpay somewhere. So I'd rather lock it in now, this one, the new one, because I know that if I want to go back for the older one's still there. So that's why. To you, it's like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Go back for that.
Well, it's FOMO. It's FOMO.
No, it could be. But for me, specifically, like that's why I said specifically Artisan. Why? They're limited. I don't care how many Hot Toys made. As you saw, Sam, 4,000. It took a bit. It took overnight, but they sold out. Artisans will always sell out. Artisans are the best, again, when it comes to the hair, right?
Stop.
The best real likeness to the to any given figure is that real life like hair, right? That's the whole point of it, to make it more realistic, period. Not that it's better, that it's doing more than the sculpted version. No, by any means, absolutely not. And we talk about this plenty. It's not the first time I'm saying this. But because again, like you mentioned earlier, all I have to do is lock it in with $35, $45, $55, whatever the deposit is. Guess what? I have my figure locked down. Whatever happens after that, I'll deal with it, but I have it, rather than let me spend the money somewhere else and then the figure's
I got
gone.
it. No, look at you're in that cycle. Like you're right. You're in that. You have not broken away. You've not broken Sideshow's chains.
So to a certain 100% to a certain extent. Why? I'm still pre-ordering to a certain extent. Again, I know
it's that payment system. It's that because again, because that $35 down, right? You're in that payment plan system is that is what helps buying on the level that you do, for sure.
Well, absolutely. I told you guys, over and over, without those payment plans, I would not be able to own half of what I own. Because these things aren't cheap. And even back then when they were cheap, what did I say? I was getting doubles and triples. So it wasn't like I was saving money, because I was still spending way more than a regular collector, because a regular collector was buying one. I was buying 2 and 3.
Do you know how many figures you have on pre-order right now with Sideshow?
I mean, I could check. It's a lot.
Would you say it's like it's got it? I'm going to guess, if I had to guess, is it over 50?
No, actually, I just realized I stopped pre-ordering a lot, so it shouldn't be that much. It's still plenty, but it's not. It's no, because remember, I used to pre-order everything before.
Everything through Sideshow. You were Sideshow or Break.
Everything Sideshow. Yep, always for the payment plans only, and the convenience of if I needed to push it for whatever reason, I could, and I didn't have to worry about it. If I wanted to pay it off early, I could. I didn't have to worry about it. So that convenience is. It's so beneficial for, again, somebody that really needs it. And if we're in this hobby, we all need it.
Cote, do you still buy from Sideshow?
Yes.
You do?
Some of the stuff, yeah.
You have to. To certain things, you always have to buy on Sideshow.
Well, like in stock stuff, I get the ID Me discount, and I generally have like thank you codes and rewards that I use.
It's like Will's
But I
Wolverine.
mean, knowing how good you are at finding the value of the figure, aren't you still finding that the figure will always be cheaper off Sideshow? Like most times?
See, here's the thing. You find all the cheaper figures because you are so used to now shopping around, because you are over it. I am not spending a dime over necessary. This is where
Over
you're at
retail.
right now.
I don't want to spend over the,
No,
retail
absolutely.
number, right? The MSRP. I don't want to spend over that.
No, correct. And that's where you're at right now. So that's why you're at a level where if you miss the figure, it doesn't matter, right? Because you're not, because it doesn't matter, right? It is what it is. If you want the figure bad enough, you still wouldn't even pre-order it because it is what it is, right? So that's what I'm saying. So you're at a level mentally in this hobby that I am not at, because you are so okay with not getting a certain figure.
I haven't missed, in my mind, like you said, it's if you look back, it's there. It's always there. It's always behind you. So like I don't feel like I've missed a figure yet, to be honest.
Well,
like there hasn't been a figure out there that I really wanted that has ballooned in a price that I wasn't able to get. You know what I mean? That hasn't happened yet.
But that's
like I haven't said to myself like, "Fuck, I should have pre-ordered that. Like that was so stupid. Why did I not do that?" I have yet. I haven't done that yet.
That correct.
I've done that in the past.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I know for a fact in the past you had a different mentality. You're at a point now where it is what it is, right? Period. So you go out of your way to look at Time Walker, to look
anybody
at this
though,
one.
not just me, right? Anybody in my position, I would think, who's got 500 fucking Hot Toys. You know what I mean? You got the character. You have that representation. You know, you say, how many Deadpools do you need? How many Iron Man figures do you need? I know. Look, I do need all of them. I do. But yeah, there hasn't been a figure that's come out yet, I guess, that I've said, or let me say this, the ones that have come out, I pre-ordered. I told you, I pre-ordered that Deadpool. I pre-ordered that symbiote anti-venom. And I'm probably going to pre-order that RoboCop Kane. I'm going to pre-order that Kane.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So why are you pre-ordering RoboCane? Because it's something that Hot Toys has never made. It's a refreshing piece. It's a brand new piece. It's something that's going to stand out anywhere you put it. So something like that is exciting. But everything else to you, for example, a new Wolverine, you're like, a new this. As long as Hot Toys has made it already, which is, again, you think of this community.
Well, I love Wolverine. But the new Wolverines, they're going to make a shit ton of them. And look, we'll talk about it next year. This time, when I have the new Wolverine for $150.
So no, what I was saying was, you see it as, and we talk about this all the time because you say it all the time. Oh, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, even though clearly it's not. But to you, it's a Wolverine. I already have a Wolverine. Just because this one's purple doesn't mean I need a new Wolverine. So that mentality also tells me you can't possibly care about these constant announcements of Hot Toys, because you're at a point where if you miss these figures, it doesn't even affect you. So by you having this mindset, by you having this mindset,
like if you give me, like, you always, what's the example of a missed figure? Another clone, another.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. So
not missed those.
That's what I'm saying. So because you have this mindset of it doesn't matter.
A Daniel Craig, a fucking.
I'm telling you. So by you
I'm
having
not going to miss this guy.
No. By you having this mentality, nothing matters. So it is very easy to go on Time Walker, go on one, go on that one to get them dirt cheap.
Hold on. I don't like that. It's not that nothing matters. Okay. It's called, I look at it as curating. curating a collection. Okay, you fine tune it, and you get the best versions of the figure, or the most beloved versions of the figure that you like, right? So if there's a version of Wolverine that or again, like Thor, for example, right? The new Thor figures that came out from Thor 4, that fucking movie sucked. You needed those figures for your collection. You were hands down, that gold is awesome. That Thor was great.
I needed my 2 Thors.
Figure from that fucking movie.
I needed my 2 Thors. I got my 2 Thors. Let me tell you something. Really nice figures. The movie was horrible, but those figures are very nice. They're really nice, and because it came with the 2 looks, I was like, yo, I need the No, they're nice figures. They're really nice figures. You don't know them because you don't have them, so how would you know?
I'm never gonna.
That's what I'm saying, but they're really nice. But again, that's another thing, right? You hated the movie, so there's absolutely no way that you're gonna even bother with the figures
unless it's dirt cheap. Like it has to be like Cote cheap.
Cote cheap.
I need it for $90. If you can get it for me, I need a $90 Thor
All right,
figure.
So wait, now that we're back to William. So synonyms of dislike. Verb: hate, detest, loathe, abominate, abhor, despise, scorn, shun. Noun: aversion, distaste, disfavor, disapproval, disapprobation, and disesteem. So where is Bash?
Oh, he doesn't let something go, does he?
No, because this is what I mean. If you're gonna blame me for doing something, I need the sample. I need the examples.
You're muted. Mute.
This guy, unbelievable. Yeah, exactly. Unbelievable. All right, so guys,
You fucking
finish.
me.
Yeah, okay. Now we got this beauty. I don't know if you guys saw my videos out. The figure, guys, beautiful head sculpt, beautiful. The body, beautiful. The tailoring on everything on this thing, beautiful. Like I said, the only thing that I wish it would have done, either a clean head sculpt and a battle damage, or the clean head sculpt is necessary for this blue sweater look, but it is what it is. I definitely need a second one. I am gonna get a second one because it is a must. Now, William, exciting for you, this guy? Not really. Are you getting the Tux version or no?
No,
Nothing.
I don't care about James Bond.
Never cared for the movies, never liked the movies, never did anything for you?
I like random James Bond movies, but I don't.
Nothing hardcore with the character?
Nope.
No. William. Michael, what about you? You said something before. You don't care for this guy either?
No. I mean, I definitely see the pants and the body. Like that could be like a good Archman bad guy body if you wanted a kit bash. That would be like a perfect starter build.
Yep.
But
you could use like a custom military guy with this type of body.
Yeah, it just sucks that you got to how much is this figure though?
Well, I paid 300-ish.
Yeah, there's no way you can pay that. There's, as much as I would love to kit bash these figures, you can't kit bash at $300 a fucking figure. That's just insane. That's insane. But I mean, if you can find the body minus that head sculpt for $200, maybe that's maybe worth it.
Yep. Fabs doesn't just buy one of each figure; he buys duplicates, twice the cost, double the loss. This guy, unbelievable. No respect. Hey, they remembered Will. This figure is a 10. I need 4 more for each look.
Yeah, really? How many fucking? To be honest, though, you don't need duplicates of this fucking figure. Come on.
I'm telling you, no. You don't understand.
There's no 2 looks here, buddy.
So absolutely. So this under here is all bloody. He's got a white long sleeve shirt that's all bloodied up. So that's the look that goes better with this head sculpt because it's all bloodied up. That's the whole battle damage thing. But the blue sweater look and the glasses on need the clean head sculpt on. That's why I need the second look.
Like I can understand when a guy has a mask and then doesn't have a mask. Like right. I start to get the 2 looks, but a bloodied shirt versus not, I can't get there.
I'm telling you. It's a nice figure. So here we got the Kamen Riders, Shadow Moon, and Black Sun before. Here are some boxes. Everybody's got the Fractal in hand now. Here is Battling version, Fractal Flash, Batman. We got Mark 85, Mark 80. This is that new Night Out Spider thing. This is the WB100 Batman that I got from William.
All those figures are not selling out, right? That Flash not selling out, sitting on shelves still.
Well, this is a new pop-up thing, so I don't think that it was meant to like be sold out immediately.
No, but I think that's reality though. I think the fact that these figures are on these shelves, I think also tells you these are figures that are widely available anywhere.
Say it again?
That they had stock to do this for a pop-up.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you mean like they brought this from somewhere. Gotcha. What is this? So here are some more shots of the show. Here's some Lilo and Stitch is on fire. Look at that. Captain America, Spider-Man. They're going crazy with the Lilo and Stitch. Look at that. Different colors. So I guess this is Labubu of Hot Toys. We got some Groots. We got some Spider-Man stuff here. Some Wolverines for Ash at the end over there. Fantastic Four. Little Cos babies. This is Dan. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is, William?
I've never heard of that. My kids might.
Yeah, no, I never heard of that. Dan. We got some what is this show again? Forget the name of that show. What's the name of the show, William? You know the show.
What's Squid Game? It has a name right there.
Yeah, Squid Game. No, I didn't see it. Where is this Squid Games?
Where you just had the picture up.
Well, no, I was here and I said, "What's the name of this show?" There was no Squid
I wasn't
Games.
looking then. When I looked up, it said Squid Game in front of me.
Yeah, no, here you saw it. Don't yell at me, William. Okay. So
You're gonna meet me again?
Oh man. So here we're back to the beginning. Now let's see. Now we got the Hot Toys Asia collectibles exhibition here, which it looks like it's the same thing. Maybe not, but here are some more shots of the Kamen Riders. Shadow Moon. Here's the new one, V3. I love that head sculpt for some reason, but I hate these suits. Ugh, so gross. I'm not bashing it. I'm just disliking it, William. Okay.
You're bashing it.
The same thing.
Oh my God. Here is the one of the most anticipated, most waited for figures right here. When this comes out, people are going to lose their minds. This is going to be everywhere because I feel like everybody's getting this. William, excited for this, or you're not bothering with this either?
Oh, I have it pre-ordered.
What about you, Mike? Anything?
Yeah, I like this. I definitely think
but no pre-order on this, right?
Fuck no.
Now here is Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. Now, Michael, Artisan. Yes, no, maybe. Did you pre-order?
No pre-order. I'll pick it up. No pre-order.
But you're getting sculpted, correct?
Did it come out? It didn't come out in sculpted, did it?
No.
Didn't it?
No, there's no sculpted.
Oh, I thought it did. I thought it did for some reason.
Right?
No, you're right. I just thought it did for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm hoping they do a sculpted. That would be wonderful. But
no, they would never. There are 99.16 Hot Toys figure sideshow site you can buy right now. That is a ton of inventory. Yeah, no, but this pop-up in Asia has nothing to do with Sideshow's inventory.
No, hold on. He's speaking to a true fact right now that there is quite a bit of inventory everywhere. Like if you're just again noticing buying trends and what's out there, and come on, Will, you're in it as much as anybody. You're seeing what's out there. You're buying figures left and right at great deals. There's a lot of stuff out there right now, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
In what sense, William? What do you mean? Stuff is out there in what sense? Like dirt cheap? Is it?
People are accepting lowball offers. They're selling their stuff for cheap. Like I said, the InArt 2-pack rooted one sold for like 400. You know, that's significantly under MSRP. Like everyone gets a figure and they sell it almost instantly for a loss because they're like, oh, I forgot I ordered it and all the other bullshit that they say when the figure shows up. And it's like they couldn't cancel it to get their NRD back, and so now they're like, well, I'd rather sell it at a $10 or $20 loss instead of a $35 loss, and so then they sell it, and it's like it's damn near everything.
Yeah, no,
I know. Statues too. People are dumping statues for way less, taking pennies on the dollar basically on some pieces out there. So like it's not just in the 1/6 scale collectible.
Yeah, people keep making these posts. I have $80. What do you got? And people like flood the comments with
flood it.
These like loose figures and stuff, and some of them are even in boxes, and
it's disgusting. That's what I said earlier. It's like people. It's like my the best deal gets my money. What do you mean? And people like jump on that. Like
it's unbelievable that people respond. It's unbelievable.
It's so disgusting. I saw it today specifically, and I was like, "Yo, people are this desperate to throw their figure away for whatever cheap money." Like, yo, what? Yo, crazy.
I would never respond to. I mean, if I had that figure sitting here ready to be thrown in the garbage, I wouldn't respond to one of those posts.
Yeah, no, exactly. I would rather keep my figure in my collection. It is more valuable in my collection than getting rid of it for $50, $80, $100.
Yeah, my time is worth.
Exactly. No, absolutely. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Guys, so we went over everything. There were just a few other dumb pictures of stuff, so we didn't really need to talk about anything. So, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. William, anything coming soon? Are you expecting anything? Did you get Han Solo?
I did not get Han Solo.
Are you getting him later on, or are you just not getting him at all?
I might snatch one if I find one cheap, but I like my New Hope Han. I think he still holds up. I like the head sculpt. I like the hair. I don't have any pleather issues with him or anything. Right. And he just looks good in the display from across the room right now with him and Chewie just standing there.
They do look good together.
But stuff coming in right now, I honestly can't think of anything.
Michael, anything coming soon? Did you order anything? Any collecting?
I still haven't gotten to anything. So my back computer is still in the box. My what are those giant things that came in that I got to give you one?
The dewbacks.
The dewbacks are still in the case in my den. Yeah, I have so much shit to get to. Tonight I'm probably gonna open that Batman. To be honest, what time is it?
Which one? The SSR?
No, I bought that. I bought the Batman movie, the
Michael Keaton,
MMS 638.
Michael Keaton one?
Not Michael Keaton, from the Batman movie, the kid.
Oh, the Pattinson, yeah. Oh, so you got that? All right.
I got him to open, and beyond that, I have so much. Like I do have a backlog of stuff. I have to get to that storage unit. I am gonna give Nefty that land speeder because I'm just never gonna. I'm coming to the realization I'm not gonna display it.
Also, guys, thank you for bringing up Nefty. Nefty will be getting the Jazz Inc. Bat Cycle, the 66 Bat Cycle. So when he gets that, there will be a live unboxing of that as well, just like he did the Bat computer.
Mobile?
They did the bike, the Bat Cycle.
What I'm saying, does Nefty have the Batmobile?
Oh, I don't know. Probably, I think so.
Oh, because I was gonna say he has a 66 shelf then.
Yeah, I think he may have it. But yeah, he's getting the Bat Cycle, so we're doing an unboxing on that, just like he did the Bat computer. So stay tuned for that. I don't know when he's getting it, but pretty soon, probably within the next week or so. So that'll be fun. Also, guys, like I said, wait for this. I just got this, I believe, yesterday. What's today? Today's Saturday. I got it yesterday. My Han Solo. So the video is coming very soon once I get to it. Also, if you haven't checked out the James Bond Commando outfit video, guys, it is a great figure. So as always, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you And then